What's up, everybody? My head is hurting so bad. I need a stand thingy so I can put my phone on. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Tap the screen and share the live. My head, I have a serious headache. Serious headache. And I mean a serious headache. Hey, sis. I have a headache so bad. I'm trying to, it's like with everything that's been going on since Sunday, I'm trying to be like supportive and happy and all this other stuff. And I took some ibuprofen, but I don't know. It's just not, I don't know. And then it's like, with all of this stuff going on, and I don't know. It's just so much. Like, make sure y'all tap and share the live. Hey, friend. It's just a lot. Like, you know how it's like, and then it's like, I keep seeing this stuff about, Samaya, I hope I'm saying her name right. Hey, boo. About Samaya Massey. And it's a lot. And that's why I put in the thing, like, are we tired yet? Hey, boo. Are we tired yet? Because I'm tired. And it's like, it's the same rigmarole that for me is, like I said, I've only watched, listen, been tired. Mike, not here. You can do that on your own time, but not here. I'm over it. But I haven't child, y'all come in here and say Trump 2024. It's like, okay. Y'all said the same. Honey, that doesn't bother us anymore because y'all said Trump 2020 and look what happened with that. But that's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? That's not even a thing. But anyway, did I just see Doja in here? I did. So yeah, I'm just tired. It's like I don't know how much more. And like I said, I've only watched the first part of the Samaya Massey video. Hey boo. I only watched the beginning part when they came to the door. I love you more when they came to the door. And when they came to the door and when he asked her, how's your mental or how's your, whatever. And then I remember that she was sitting on the couch, I believe. And then that's it. That's all I could watch because I already knew what was coming. Because when the news broke about it, I read the article. That was enough for me just to read the article because I could picture it in my head. I didn't need to see anything else. And then this is the same thing that goes on and the same thing that is said all the time when somebody in my community is unalived by the police is that, no, they did this, they did that. When I tell you Dana Dane needs to be canceled, she should have been canceled. Let's start there. Been canceled. Because I've been blocked her a long time ago. being canceled. Because I'm like, what video did you see, that is saying, tap the screen and share the live, y'all. Thank you. But what is it that you are seeing that, yeah, they would have covered it up. I just want to know what video that in her mind, I think it was the video in her mind. And then I hear somebody had made an AI video of it showing her throwing the pot of water. Like it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Galactic, child, whatever. Hold on. But anyway, yeah, it wasn't. They were, so what happened was, so what I'm hearing now is that, did I thought I mod you, but I will. I got you. Thanks, boo. I'm trying to think who else. Who? Anyway, so I got you as a mod. So yeah, so basically, hold on. It's so much going on right now, and I'm supposed to be folding clothes. What up?
So I'm gonna say this, and I want to say this, and I want you bitches to get this on record. Dana Dane, you weak, flat back bitch.
Wait, hold on, stop. Don't get my live shut down.
I'm sorry. Okay, let me say it in better words. You cartoon character built bitch, I am disgusted with you. That as a black woman, you could even fix your mediocre mouth to say anything of a negative about a woman that is no longer here to fight for what truly happened that we all saw. Well, all of us saw the video. I saw the whole video from start to finish, from when they was outside, got inside, and then when she was standing by the sink. I saw the entire thing. So for any woman, especially a woman of color, to say anything, two things could be happening at once. If you don't why don't you turn over? Maybe that one side of your body is tired. Like, because I'm sick of it.
I have always called her the low budget Kevin Samuels. She is the Kevin Samuels with a hoo-ha. And I just
think that joke will work.
I just don't like this is I always say social media is a mask for a lot of people. It's a mask because if we had no social media, a lot of these people would not act the way they act. You would not have these trolls. They would not come on here making all types of racist remarks. You wouldn't see these pygmies, because guarantee you, if we was in each other's face and you sitting here thinking that you about to say, baby, it just wouldn't. And that's why I just be kind of like, I be seeing like the negative comments, especially under the post that I posted for these Zoom calls. And it's like, you got these YT women talking about, oh, no, not a chance. It was one that I went to her page. You have black grandchildren, ma'am. Black grandchildren, ma'am. For real? And I said, and then it's like they be trying to make their presence known, like, oh, I won't be attending. Girl, you won't be missed. You still muted. You still muted.
My thing is, them be the ones. I love black people. I have black grandchildren. Who asked you that? That's my question. Who asked you that? But It either stand for something or just stay silent.
That's what I'm saying.
You ain't even gotta announce nothing.
You don't. If you don't like Vice President Harris, fine, honey. I'm not forcing you to like anybody. I'm not forcing you like the west side of Chicago, okay? I'm not forcing you to like anybody. But when you come, you can be all the type of negative on your side. But don't come over here in my sandbox and be negative. That's all I ask. That's all I ask.
They like
Leave
to.
me alone. Like it's like I'm not it's no like I don't like if I see like all the on my FYP, I've been seeing all this type of stuff, all this negative stuff, whether it be black men talking down on black women and vice versa, and the magazine, whatever. I just block. I don't even have time. Like if that's how you feel, baby, do you have a ball? But don't come over here in my sandbox and start talking crazy. Like,
And
girl,
then tell you that you
right,
deflecting on your own shit.
right. Exactly. Like I don't be on that. Like I don't care. And it's like I said, I have a headache, and it's like I'm trying to sit here and continue to be positive and to post these Zoom calls and just to be like, hey, we need unity. But those that are angry, oh, I'm not following behind the black women, then what choice do you have? Because you can't choose Robert F. Kennedy Jr. because he's with the orange peel. So what do you I don't understand. What are you doing? Like, where do you want this country to go? You wanted to go back to the 60s. We said it was gonna go back to the 60s. Period. We said this. We said this before he got in. We was like, don't let this man get in 2016 because he gonna try to take it back to the 1960s or beyond. And
But
this is exactly what they're doing. And people, it's frustrating because it's like, come on, y'all. Like, I don't understand, why do y'all not want to be at peace? Why do y'all want chaos? And then try to blame it on us that we the ones, and it's not us, it's y'all.
but
Y'all
what?
want to sit here and follow a man who wants chaos but don't care nothing about you. Nothing about you. Nothing. And
Nothing. He just likes for y'all to stroke his small ego
it's small from what I heard.
with some magazine subscriptions because he like.
Honey, talk about a pig in a blanket.
Oh my goodness! But my
I
thing
mean,
is,
that's what Stormy said. I
Hey,
don't.
ladies.
hey,
Hey,
beautiful.
boo.
My thing is,
Yeah.
I be in my own world on my own page, voicing how I feel like I should be able to,
Yeah.
and then here
Hmm.
come the floodgate of stupidity. Like I didn't come in your area; you came in mine.
Yeah.
And if you don't like what I like, you are entitled to like a 34 convicted, found liable of SA, defrauded the country, lied, gave away our secret, sensitive secrets, had them in the shitter, cannot pronounce, can't even close an umbrella. You can do that. I will stick with the what y'all want to call her, the giggler with cats. I'll stick with her. I'll stick with her. I'm entitled to
I
it.
literally just had to block somebody because of that. He got in my comments talking about some actually the facts are, you know how I always gotta be like actually, that Kamala is a elitist and she's part of, and what is Trump? It's just like everything that y'all try to say about her, like Trump is literally like that too. So whatever whether it's truth or whether it's false, the stuff that y'all are saying about her, you could say the same things and worse about Trump.
That's what
So
I'm
what's
saying.
the
They don't
what
even
I don't
understand.
understand.
The
What
part that gets
I
me, the part that tickles my little fanny. I mean, it chaps my cheeks. It tickles the fuck out of me when they say she ain't qualified and she ain't educated. What?
So wait, and my thing of it is the orange pill is. Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
And
Oh,
he's
okay.
not. But I bet you if she had the same track record that she have now, but she was a white heterosexual male, there would be no motherfucking question.
There wouldn't be nothing.
There
I
would be
think the
that.
thing we all need to realize is that we in a lose lose.
What you mean?
It's bad to compare them because Donald, like going through life, you never want to look to the lowest possible example for your comparison. So to put her against Donald Trump is not really setting a precedent of something working out in our favor. Pretty much we in a lose lose. Kamala is not a win for us. Donald Trump is not a win for us.
Hold on, I'm gonna stop you right there. It's Kamala. Kamala.
Kamala.
Is that your
It,
No,
friend? He one of your friends?
I don't know. He just came in, but it's not. But listen, but no, it no, and it's cool because if people want to come up and express, it's a safe space, and it's what I'm saying. But we can all agree to disagree. But I don't agree
I
with
mean,
what you
I don't
said. But
know.
go
I
ahead.
just
Well, go
made
ahead.
my comment. There was a correction on the pronunciation of her name. This young lady just laughed at me and asked me who I was associated with. I didn't know but anywho, on the context of what we're talking about, she's not a good look. Both of them,
Now,
yes. But what you're saying is very true.
hmm.
Donald Trump is also not educated. Who's the smartest between them doesn't really matter. They're both uneducated and unqualified. So it
Okay,
doesn't
so
really
trap.
help
But
to.
how is
Trap.
she
So
not
wait. So hold on. Stop.
educated?
Hold on. Tap. Time out. Real one quick. Yeah, I'm gonna ask that. So answer me this, Trap. How is she not educated? I wanna hear you say how is she not? I just want to understand.
Well, I mean, if we're going by book smarts or college education or by compliments,
Hold
then
on. Time out.
there's a
Time
different.
out.
Hold on, because we can't equate people being able to make it through school. That's about your work ethic. That's not always speaking to your intelligence. Is this facts or no?
Okay, so I'm gonna stop you right there. So number one, she went to a HBCU college. She went to Howard University. Number one. Number two, she was a prosecutor. Then she went to DA. Then she went to the Senate, and then she went to VP. So I'm sorry, she's not what? I'm just basically
Educated.
saying.
Okay, what is your definition of education? I
She's well
tell you.
accomplished. So when I walk into the room and I'm having a conversation about what's going on in that room, I need information relevant to what's going on in the room. If you listen to when she's speaking and how she addresses the public, even when she's in council meetings with her constituents and her colleagues, is not really a lot of relevant information coming from her. There's not anything solution oriented coming from her. It's a lack of education from the political standpoint. You can't, like, that's not the type of person that needs to be in the presidential office.
You're
Okay, so
wrong,
let
Donald
me.
but
Trump
So I'm
isn't
okay.
gonna.
either.
Bless
So
your
we're gonna
heart.
have the comment. So
Bless your
what I
heart.
would need for you to do, my dear, I would need, and this is coming from a place of love, because like I said, this is a safe space and this is a respectable space. But I just want you to understand. I want
It's
you to take a.
not. They
Hold
gave
on.
y'all a black woman and y'all gonna
Hold
run
on.
with it. It
Hold
ain't
on.
nothing nobody's gonna be able to say to
No,
let y'all
I
know
know.
that she
But see
is
what
not
it
a
is.
W.
But see,
They
this
done
is what it
paraded
is.
her in front of y'all the same way they did Barack Obama, and it doesn't mean anything. She's not good for us. Kick me off.
Bye.
Bye. Goodbye.
Because at the end of the day, we say is we're with respect.
Mods, can y'all, if y'all see him, can y'all block him, please? Thank you.
How now? She said it because this her page, but my face is gonna tell you how I feel. She said we give her respect, but then you talk over her. That lets me know that you no longer deserve to be here because you have nothing to bring to the conversation. Your explanation of education was mansplaining some bullshit. So like, and it's
Trying
not
to use big words to
what.
sound smart, but not really making no point. Just what he said that she do, that she don't do. That's exactly what he just did in the fucking box.
And if you pay attention to her interviews, for me, she observes who she's talking to. And she gets to the point depending on who she's in the room with. And are you muted?
No, I'm not muted, but I'm gonna stop. Hold on, Doja, because see, I'm tired of this comment. I'm tired of this comments from black men who sit up here, we act like we just not gonna act like she didn't keep black people locked up. See, this is where you don't do your research, my dear, because she had again, and I hate that I have to. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just go ahead and say she had the back on what was it? Back on track program for inmates. And the most that she had people that were 45 people, and the majority of them were not even people of color. So I mean, I just want people to look. I want people to read because it's not that hard. Like, if how did you get through school? Is what I'm trying to understand.
They did.
And
How?
she didn't keep nobody locked up. She didn't even prosecute those fucking cases
She
that
had
y'all
a
keep bringing up.
program.
Sue Raw just gave down the explanation that she inherited certain stuff that was done by
Exactly.
somebody named Jerry Brown. So if you're see that surface level searching shit that y'all be doing, it kills me. Stop doing surface level searching. If you really want to know the meats and potatoes of somebody, go down through there. The case, anything she's ever touched is public record. You can
That's
go
it.
look at it. But y'all go look at what y'all heard. Y'all go look at the first clickbait shit. And that shit burns me up because it has been debunked over and over and over and over and over. Why would she make a back on track if she didn't care about black folks? Why? Now she did an interview about 5 years ago.
Yep.
Where they asked about reparations. And so, because she didn't give a direct answer the way that some of you black people wanted her, she clearly said, helping black people is helping everybody. So, look up the interviews. They're also public to your eyes. It burns me up inside that y'all do surface. Why do we, as women, have to do so much to prove that we deserve to be in the same room as everybody else? Her accolades speak for itself. They speak for itself. Okay, she was raised in Canada. She came over here and made waves.
Y'all, they accept Drake. Y'all, yeah, they accept Drake. Hello. I
He
mean,
ain't touching people. Shit, she touching cats. Damn it, she got cats. But like, and then y'all want to say she slept her way to the top. She was smart enough not to have no kids. If that is facts, if that is facts, she was smart.
listen. If she's smart, if she sat up here and slept her way, then I'm doing something wrong. I say that all the time. I'm doing something wrong.
Can I say something quick?
I
Because
say
I
something.
think I have my opinion on there, so against Kamala. One, a lot of these men are linking up with Trump for number one because that stimulus that they think that Trump gave them have them in a chokehold. They don't understand that stimulus actually came from the Democrats.
I said
Yes,
it all the time.
Trump had to give it to them, but the Democrats fought to give us that. Trump said that he didn't want to give stimulus because it made people lazy. End of that conversation. Next, I feel like a lot of them is linking up with Trump is because if they know if Kamala Harris get in office, baby, all that woman control that they trying to bring in, all that child molestation they trying to bring in is going to be cut short. And that's what it is. It's the control of a women that these Republicans are giving to these men that the reason why they so steadfast. Because who cares if she's black, white, green, purple, or yellow? We don't want men controlling us. We have came way too far for that, and that's what it is. And that's the reason why every time you hear them say something about Kamala Harris and or see somebody that's voting for her, the first thing fly out of their mouth is, "Oh, well, keep your legs closed."
Mm-hmm.
What does that have to do with anything? What does her sleeping
Sexist, but
her
it's
way
but
to the
it's
top have to
okay
do
for
with
Trump to say he gonna
anything?
grab him by the.
Yeah.
Or sleep on his wife with another. It's okay for him to sleep his way through life.
Exactly. And I mean,
Exactly.
my comeback is always, well, at least she's not a child rapist. At least she's not a P3DO. Come on now. And for the women that are voting for that man need to be slapped. Because how can you, as a woman, be okay with a man harming a child? Period. Whether you have children or not. That means you don't care anything about yourself nor your family members. Because I can guarantee you, if somebody was to go out and grape they 12-year-old, all hell would break loose. Make it make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Or they will probably set it up to happen because they don't care about their kids either.
That part right right there.
And then to want to debunk, call themselves trying to debunk the fact that Trump said that he would give police full immunity to do their jobs. Who the hell do they think he talking about?
Us. Us is.
It is so crazy. It is so crazy. And I swear, I just told this other guy, he going back and forth about Kamala Harris. I said, you know what? Trump did what he needed to do to get you suckers to follow him. He gave y'all some tennis shoes, threw y'all out a couple of dollars, and went and got a couple of rappers, and y'all just love that man to death.
I did him like a adult Happy Meal on this.
Not a Happy Meal.
Hello, panel. Thank you so much for hello, panel. Hello, host. Thank you so much for letting me up. How you doing?
Good.
See, we love it. We love to hear it. Thank y'all so much for hosting this space. One, I am a gay black male, femme presenting. However, and comma pause. Let's get into it. I shit you not. I literally just was scrolling through my TikTok and came upon a live. I didn't go in it. But they were like, yeah, like I could take Kamala Harris more seriously. If she wants to be taken seriously with our foreign leader, she needs to stop laughing and cackling so much. I said to myself, I know you fucking lying to me. Bitch, you don't want a motherfucker to express joy?
Hello?
This is where we're at now. And it's so interesting.
Joy. Then she is not living up to the black angry woman trope they want her to be in.
Right. And this is what this really comes down to. And I think we have to really start being honest with ourselves as a community. And when I say ourselves, I mean the black community. We have some things that we need to admit openly and out loud as a unit. One, black women love our black men down, but black men not all black men necessarily love black women in the same manner. And I want to be really clear about that. And I'm not saying black men don't love black women. I'm saying not all black men necessarily love black women and hold them down the same way a black woman will hold them down. Mm-hmm. That's the long and the short of it. Mm-hmm. Some black men, baby, that stimulus check, it was to help the economy and it was passed by the Democrats, but Donald Trump putting his name on that bitch was the worst thing that could have happened for some of the Negroes up out here in this world.
Because he held it up to get his name put on.
And
the
you're not going to get no stimulus check if it ain't a pandemic.
Exactly.
There's no pandemic. Like,
that's what they don't get.
My thing is to my beautiful, amazing people. Are we now putting a price ticket on ourselves?
But we are. We're the main ones talking about saying, well, we want to be unloosened from the shackles of slavery and da-da-da-da-da. We want to be able to do, in order for us to be unloosened, baby, in order for us to be unburdened by what was and that's going to come, we have to unshackle ourselves first. Because Harriet Tubman didn't lead all these slaves to freedom for nothing.
Say it louder. Say it louder. We got to be
ourselves first.
That's it.
But what confuses me is the fact that people keep trying to say, you women only aligning with her because she a woman. We was with Biden too.
And my thing is this, everybody was with Biden. And the thing is, and we all not going to act like we weren't on social media when we saw it was dire straits and we didn't know what Joe was going to do because that's still Uncle Joe.
Yes.
For all people trying to say, well, he did the crime bill and he's not down for black people. He said he didn't want his children to go to a racist jungle. Are we not understanding that human evolution, people can evolve and change, and they show and demonstrate that they can evolve and change?
Right. But here's the thing about that. What I've had to tell people, and I've had to tell people to fact check that, because the video about that is Biden was calling out his colleagues.
Yeah.
And calling them out of how they were being racist or how they didn't want their kids.
Right.
Because he's been in those communities.
Yes,
and he sees what goes on. He was trying to help the people of South Africa. Nobody talks about that video that's been strolling around. But, and this is what I just don't.
Because it's so easy for people to cherry pick to what they feel that their point is. If you're going to look at the whole picture, if you're going to say, well, I want to look at the whole picture, then look at the whole motherfucking picture. Don't just look at the piece that pertains to you. And that's another thing. For all of us blacks and the black community say we're Christians, we do that with the Bible too. And that shit needs to stop right then and there too, because that's where we get it from. If we're going to have this conversation, let's have the conversation all the way around because it needs to be had. We cannot keep doing this to each other. People say, oh, well, she's not black. She's never claimed to be black. Kamala, yes, she has. Where have y'all been?
She said it on the Breakfast Club. She said
on
I'm
the
black.
Breakfast Club. She said,
How long ago was that video though? How long ago was that video? That video was like a year or so, or
A couple years ago, she got Leonard together
She sure
because
did.
and
Because
I
Lenard
tagged
needed to
her.
be put. Because Lenard
that
needed to be gotten
Leonard.
together.
Stupid. But
I told her, I said, I tagged her. I said, please don't go to the Breakfast Club on your campaign trail. Please don't.
And she went right up there and got him together. The same way she got Anderson Cooper together when he was coming for Joe after the debate. This is the same woman who we have seen for a long time. She has not shifted her platform. It's just the thing is the American people have to get to know her now.
Thank you.
And she has almost less than 100 days to do this. However, and comma pause, if she wasn't supported by the black community, the whole Delta D9 would not have come out and support her. We ain't never seen nothing like that for a candidate before. And you cannot sit up here and play in my face and say that we have. Because even when she was running in 2019, the AKAs was not supporting sis like that.
Listen,
Now we out here talking about
I'm trying to be in the grad chapter of the AKA before she gets into office. I'm trying to cross over. Okay,
you got people up out here requesting can the AKAs do a special off-brand dance for all of us so we can stroll during inauguration.
Hello,
Sunkiss, you get a follow. I like you. I
okay, offer it.
I like
Make
you.
sure everybody follows everybody.
Because I'm just like I need some of y'all to tap in and think. And you know what? I know we're not gonna say George Bush is the worst president in the history of America anymore for us. That's not Donald Trump done took that and ran with it into the stratosphere. But bitch, I still kind of want to spin the block on George because a lot of children were left behind, and we need to hold somebody fucking accountable for this.
But no, we're still living in the Reagan era. We still living in Reagan's era.
Oh, child, you're right.
Yeah, we still living in Reagan. That's where that whole "Make America Great Again" came from. Reagan.
My thing is,
and Netflix. First and foremost, Netflix ain't never endorsed no motherfucking body, but they endorsed her.
My thing is this: I hate to make everybody upset, but I can't drink Starbucks no more because I heard that y'all donated to that man. So I have to find something else to drink.
No.
That's okay. Let them be where they gonna be at. They gonna learn just like Chick-fil-A learned. It's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Melanated. Oh, you back? I was wondering where you went. No, so what am I supposed to do with all my cups?
Okay, I paid for them already.
You just cover your cups, the sign. You just cover it up with like a Black Power Afro sticker.
No, I'll cover it up with a maxi pad. What is it? A Band-Aid? A maxi pad?
I love everything that you say, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I want you to continue to speak because I have seen individuals trans for Trump, right? And that burns me up inside because see, I have a lot of family. And I'm in the community. I have a lot of family in the community.
Yes, ma'am.
And I know exactly what he's trying to do to the community.
But the thing is, if you pay attention, and I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying in general, everybody's like, oh, well, he doesn't mean it. He makes jokes, but he does mean it. One, we have seen this. We saw it in Charleston. We saw it for the Central Park 5. We saw it on January 6th. And people saying, oh, that was a hoax. It wasn't real. If you cannot sit up, if 17,000 people are saying the same thing about one individual, not all 17,000 of people can be liars.
Y'all believed it about Michael Jackson.
Okay? And then everybody wanted to take it all back when he died. See, the same thing with Chadwick Boseman when he lost all that weight and we didn't know what that brother was dealing with. Oh, and then when he passed, oh my God, I would have never talked about him if I had known that. Why did you open your mouth to begin with? If you're not willing to do the research, if you're not willing to sit in silence until the information comes to you, or you perceive it in a dream, or you sit up there and you start dreaming about some damn fishes like our grandparents used to do, or they come and smack you in the middle of your head in the middle of the night, shut the fuck up. Stop opening your mouth about every goddamn thing that don't pertain to you.
I like this.
If y'all dream about fish, it ain't me. I tell you that. You dream about fish,
girl, you know it ain't me. The rabbit died laughing.
Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that video that Trump had posted?
Which one?
Well, not somebody else posted him at the rally when he said that he just loves the uneducated, and then he said that if he stood in the middle of the street and just randomly shot and pew somebody and unalive them, that they would still back up and support it. That's why he loved them so much. God, I just love the uneducated. He literally said that about
the poorly
supporters.
They don't never believe the truth. They believe the lie.
Ever.
Because the man just sat up there and said that it is still unconfirmed whether he got hit in the ear with a bullet.
Oh,
And
this
then the
I
part that
told
gets
him
me is they got
yesterday.
everybody.
He
got
must got some
he
self
just wants their votes. He don't care
regeneration.
nothing about them. And they still voting
Ain't not
for
a
him.
scar,
They
nothing left.
and the fact is, he sat up there and put that big ass Kotex maxi pad on his ear, acting like his vagina. I mean,
On
his
the
ear
wrong
vagina
ear.
got a heavy flow. I said, ain't this some shit? I ain't never seen no shit like this.
And I ain't see none of them Me Too women get upset about that.
No,
Uh,
and you know why. And we're gonna be clear, and we're gonna be clear. And I think the bigger conversation is that we're so okay. Let's look at the whole picture. We're seeing a lot of positives. Unfortunately, Uncle Joe took the proverbial bullet for this country. He said, I want to continue and do a second term, but I know y'all don't have the faith in me, and I'm not going to sit up here and stand in the way of what I know to be democracy. That's sick.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
you know,
I'm dead.
they're
Not
running
the
with that
panty liners.
narrative, talking
Is
about,
that a pork
oh,
chop or is that a steak?
I am
No, a
sick.
pork chop.
Oh my God. Oh, bitch. This is
they're
like,
They done
I've been
dug up a
laughing
Trump
at this
steak and put
picture
a
for like
panty
4
liner on it.
days.
oh, bitch.
they're running the narrative that, oh well, we're gonna impeach Kamala because they can't transfer funds. Baby, she was
She
And
was
they
on the
already on the
ticket.
On the
ticket.
She
ticket.
was she was part of the campaign. What do you
Right.
mean? I say y'all just mad because y'all called him senile, dementia, and he did a chess move on that ass.
Yep.
He played checker. He played checkers. No, he played chess, not
He was
checkers.
playing
Yes,
chess
that
the
was a
whole
chess
time.
move. That was a chess move.
Ping me,
Well,
bitch.
the reason why they're saying to look at the campaign funds and they're trying to make a big hullabaloo over the money transferring from Biden to Harris, although we know that they were on the same ticket, is because of what Trump has been doing with his PAC and super PAC money. He has been using campaign funds outside of what he was convicted of to pay for legal fees, to pay for not just for himself but for other people. Let's not forget Miss Hope Hicks that got all teary-eyed on the stand like, girl, this is a courtroom, okay? This is not your therapist's office. They want to keep distracting from what he's doing and what he's been doing. Like, bro, you are convicted, you're going to jail.
Yep.
Right, I mean, okay, baby, you about to what? How did they said you about to lose your job, baby? You about to
You
lose your
about to
everything.
lose your job.
Go on ahead and wrap it up, precious lamb. We so sorry, baby. You're not gonna be able to get your
So
spray
that guy.
tans. You're not gonna be able to
And I
get
tell
your
him
little.
that all the time. I'm
You're not
like,
gonna be able to get
Trump
your little
don't care
front too.
about
It's
nothing.
okay.
The only thing he's gunning for that office for is so he don't have to face his consequences. But
And that's
baby,
it.
baby, and then I laugh at him with this impeachment because then y'all just give them full immunity. Oh, okay. Oh,
And
okay. Y'all
but
thought
see,
it was
with
just
the
for
immunity
Trump.
thing, they left the immunity up to interpretation. So everybody gets to interpret what a president is immune from. That is the big caveat that a lot of people are missing. That's where they messed up. And they're like, this is
Right.
a victory for
Exactly.
Trump. Trump is not the president. Trump has never had the
Exactly.
numbers to be president. And now even white men have had enough of Trump. When he
They
stood up
Exactly.
there
have.
at the RNC and was like, this is so
Doja.
emotional for me. My ear got blown off. The crazy Hunter circle jerk bros down here in Kentucky, they were like, that's too much. He went too far. We know an injury when we see one. He's lying on us now.
And
That's what it took.
can we talk about that because it was the way? And I hate to be this person, but I'm gonna call a spade, my nigga. It was the way that when that happened, we all as a collective, and we're not going to say it, but I'm going to ask the host to do the look when we saw that news broken and we saw the footage. Host, do the look of how we all collectively looked at each other as a unit across the United States of America.
We were just like, nope.
Right. Thank you. Okay. We was like, oh,
No.
He did not get hit.
No, because when I first reported on it,
I was looking
and
like
I was
this.
like, oh, it was just fireworks, and I was like, oh, something happened. Somebody popped fireworks, and then somebody told me they was like, no, honey, somebody was trying to take him out, and then I went back and looked, and I was like, oh, I was like, what? And then I was like, wait a minute. And I'm listening to all the details come in. I said, you know what, Doja? And then I'm listening to all the details come in, and I'm like, something ain't adding up. Something
and
in the
that's
pot.
Exactly.
See,
That's
right.
what I
I
said
said,
And
too.
that's where everybody started putting on the thing cap, and we were all like, now wait a minute. Now we done seen a lot of things in this life.
Oh,
I immediately said, do not get distracted. Do not get excited
Yep.
Exactly.
because it's
Yep.
some bullshit. Keep
And,
the
I
course.
and they have been coming after me, Lord. I am one of the most hated when it comes to lies because I'm going to say what I'm going to say. But they have been
That
coming
part.
after me because I'm like, let me ask you a question. Don't you find it very ironic that all this have came out about Trump and all of a sudden he get assassinated? Oh, okay, okay.
But my thing is,
but see when it happened, I had like at first I'd be like, Lord, I'm so sorry because I called it earlier this year and said that he was not gonna make it to the election. I'm like, Lord, I know the tongue is strong. I was like, Lord, oh Lord, I
Baby, you had to
Lord,
rewind it back. You had to say, wait, ancestors, wait,
wait
wait,
a minute.
wait,
when
wait.
it happened, I went to looking up Simpson. Like, did they say it
Not the
100?
Simpson. Lord
And
Jesus.
No,
honey,
see,
They been calling
when it
it.
first happened, I got an alert that there
So
was an
far,
incident at a Trump rally. My DMs blew up with people telling me that Trump got pew pewed, and I was like, no, he didn't. It's been classified as an incident. This was coming in from law enforcement officers and people that were on the ground being nosy, because our people be nosy sometimes. And they was like, I can see you from my window, so I'm gonna look out and look at you, because they didn't talk about all the buildings that were around this place that they chose. And I was like, first of all, the location already had my spidey senses a tingling because I'm like, this don't make any sense, and there's no way to secure all of this for a presidential candidate. Then I'm like, okay, everybody be patient. I'm posting different camera angles for people. There's still a subset of white women that's like, no, they tried to take his life. Sweetheart, they put the shortest agents in front of him. His head was above everybody. Okay. If they wanted to protect him, they wouldn't have stopped for some shoes. He wouldn't have been standing above everybody. But the biggest thing is, I'm like, Trump wasn't even a target. This boy just wanted to be infamous. He had a list of everybody.
he did,
Mm-hmm.
and he was a registered Republican.
Yeah, he had a list of everybody. He just wanted to go down in the history books. And this goes down to the long standing U.S. history of white people who take infamy over anything else.
And I actually, you know what? I want to add on to that. I'm going to take it a step further. My thing is this also, we have to understand because everybody was like, oh, no, he's not a conservative. They went and interviewed all his classmates. He said, no, he was a conservative. He had Trump signs in his yard. Here's my thing. People, and it's because we don't hear about it, on the other side, or we hear about it, we just don't acknowledge it. Because we don't hear about it, it is that the Republican Party also has a divide and a rift in it. And that's why the difference between MAGA right conservatives and then conservative Republicans exist. And we are seeing the dynamic and the difference betwixt and between the two at this point. If you're over there with him, that's where you are. But you're seeing a lot of, again, independents, undecideds, progressives, moderate, who are in the middle, and they're like, no, we can really kind of fuck with her because she's not crazy. She's not out here putting American democracy in jeopardy, and that's what we want. Now we can get back to the party of Lincoln, to the party of conservatism, but we gotta get rid of the party of Trump first. And I think that's what really starts the conversation around that. I really do think he was a conservative Republican who necessarily did not agree with where Trump was.
Yeah, because you saw I posted a video. Oh wait, before I do that, hi Vanessa, welcome in.
Hey, babe. How are you guys?
Good.
I came in because I watched an interesting movie yesterday, and I think that everybody needs to watch this movie, and it gives you some type of understanding of what is happening today, and it's called Bad Faith is on Prime. I'm telling you right now, this movie gave me the chills up and down my spine when I watched this movie,
I
and
think
it
I seen
tells
it.
you everything. It just came out in 2024. It's called Bad Faith. Everybody needs to go and watch this movie, and we need to unite more than ever because these people are coming for our throats. And when I say they're coming for our throats, they are coming with fire, with everything that they have. Mind you, they already have control of everything, entertainment, I mean, government. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. They are in the seats watching, and they're already putting their people into play because they're going to do everything in their power to take all of these people that are not with them down.
And see,
It's very scary.
that's the scary part that just confuzzles my brain cells because they are so bold that they put it out there for people to see.
Because the FBI. Oh wait, hold on. Let me rephrase that. Because you have, like she said, the big people that are up there that are controlling all of this, the media, what comes out and stuff. Because there is a documentary that is on YouTube. I have to find it because one of my homies directed me to it, and I was just like, I was floored. I was like,
It's bad. It's really bad. It's worse than we think. Worse than we think.
but see, for me, all I needed was the project. Because all the other
Okay,
stuff gets
because
my
as soon as I saw
anxiety
that,
up. So all I needed was the project. The other stuff gets me
and
anxious.
I've been screaming about 25 for 2 years. I've been
And
screaming
see,
about
I
fighting
just
for
got
2
hip to
years.
it. Like I'm not gonna lie. I just got hip to it because somebody tried to use that towards me as a reason why I should vote for him. That was a black man. I was confuzzled. But my thing is to all of my minority communities, it's right there. It's right there. Public
Absolutely.
knowledge. People that were you see how let's take a pause. Let's take a pause real quick. You see how they are now trying to make it seem like she's not United States born?
But have you noticed they do that with every black candidate?
right? Absolutely.
No,
That's the
what
first
I'm
thing they
saying
start
is, what
saying.
I'm saying is, the reason why I bring that up is, if Lord forbid, but if he gets, what do you think he's going to do to so many that?
Exactly.
That's my thing. That those of you that wants to, be over there, what do you think he's going to do to you?
But see,
Exactly.
the irony of it is, she's already the sitting vice president. So yes, she's a natural born citizen. She qualifies to be the president. But the irony of it, all of it is that they're trying to disparage her by calling her an anchor baby when Trump is the ultimate anchor baby.
That's it. That's really if we're gonna have this guy. And first and foremost, I love when they're like, "Well, send them back." Da 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 da. We don't want people illegally being here. Then all of us have to go.
You know
Well,
what
you know
I'm trying to
what?
figure
Send
out?
All
me.
of us.
You know what? Send me back to Africa
You
so
know
I
what
can
I'm
walk
trying to
around with my
Then
titties
all of
out.
us,
My
right.
titties is
You
including
know
the
fine.
you know what I'm
including the
trying to
white
figure
people,
out?
have to
I'm
go.
done with you,
Yeah, you
ladies.
know what I'm
Stop.
trying to
But
figure out? What's
that is
All
so
of
that
us
is that
have
is
to
just
go,
the
and we
funniest
give it
thing to
back
me.
to the
That
indigenous people of which this
Send
land
me,
fucking
send me,
belongs
listen,
to.
that is the
send me back so
that
I
is
can
the
walk around
funniest
with my
thing for
boobs
me.
out, with my boobs and
Somebody,
my
That's
booty
it.
hole
Because
down
get your
here.
tire.
you see that?
Send
Somebody
me
Y'all, can
said,
I
back.
say something?
but listen to this. Listen to this. I
Y'all
trip
be
out
talking
because
so y'all talk
he
so
wants
fast
to know.
that I be trying to get a word in.
uh,
All
Go
right,
ahead,
let's
babe.
let
Sorry.
Shawnee
Hold on,
talk.
Vanessa.
I'll talk
So
after
hold on, Vanessa. Let
Vanessa.
Shawnee. So everybody mute real fast and let Shawnee go ahead real quick, and then Vanessa.
Y'all know my voice is soft now. I can't go back and forth. Y'all not gonna hear me when everybody talking. But like another thing that like I started like paying attention to people that don't want to say anything about Trump, but constantly posting things against voting for Vice President Harris is that like this what I was saying earlier, like how it's like a double standard. You know, black women have to be 10 times more qualified, 10 times more polite. We have to outwhite the white people in order to be taken seriously. And then when we do that, our own community goes against us. Like we're for them when we had everybody code switches. We all have to code switch like in our professional places. And you have to put on a front. You don't act the same way at work that you act at home or with your people. So if somebody puts on a face or they have to code switch and live in a certain way in order for them to get up high enough to be able to help their people, regardless if it helps everybody like that. If we're the minority and we're the bottom, as soon as you help the bottom, that helps everybody above them anyways. And I think people just keep getting misconstrued on what the important thing is. Is it more important to stay under the white man as president, like everybody's so comfortable with all these years, all this time, rather than being outside of your comfort zone to introduce something new? something that could work for us. And all we can go off of what we feel at the time, because we don't know what she's going to do when she get into the presidency. But we already had Trump and we know what he's going to do. So that's the only difference between the two. So
That's it.
That's true. Well,
You know what I don't understand about the black community is when they're faced with two opponents, right? Their reaction is don't vote. I want y'all to explain to me, how does that help? How does you not voting help?
I don't even want the explanation because the explanation is going to be dumb. It's
I
going to
know
piss
it
me the
is
fuck
so
off. I'm not, and
crazy.
I'm not,
Listen, I don't want
I'm
to
not
hear
going
it.
to get my pressure up. Fuck
Your
around
mind
with
is so
somebody.
small to where,
Right.
and then for you to understand that that's what they want you to do is not vote. They want you to
That's
not
it.
vote. And then a lot of them will say, well, our votes really don't matter. Well, if it didn't, why in the hell is they trying to take it away from us then?
Thank you. One and two.
exactly.
Why did
You
our
gotta make
ancestors
stuff make
fight
sense
so hard?
and quit going by what these people are telling you. And I wanna piggyback off of Shawnee real quick. A lot of times the reason why the black community stay up under the white man is because they feel like they need their leadership. They are scared to step out on their own.
That's that slave mentality.
Yes,
When
they
they
have
with
that
the
slave
master, that's that
mentality
slave
mindset.
Exactly.
mentality. Yep.
there's a
They
difference
don't want
between people.
they want the benefits without the struggles is what it is. And they're not understanding that you're still getting crumbs. You're gonna still get crumbs.
And see,
Absolutely.
there are a lot of people, and you can see in the realm of activism who follows the teachings of who. Because those that proclaimed that Booker T. Washington or W.E.B. Du Bois were the greatest, those were the ones that indoctrinated the most into black people that you needed a white face to be the front of your movement in order to get ahead, forgetting that we as a people move mountains.
Absolutely.
And when they
And
go
at the
to
time that
well,
might
my
have been
vote
true,
doesn't
but not
count,
now.
I'm not going to vote. They're saying that because they believe, because they take in the indoctrination that our history started with slavery and ended with civil rights, and that anything past that, just throw your hands up and let somebody else do the work for it. And as far as
Exactly.
we black women, they don't really doubt us, because think about it, who do they proclaim to be the best? Their big mamas and their mamas. They always wait until they screw some stuff up. And then who do they call upon to come and put it all back together again?
Exactly.
They are just pissed off because we're like,
Us.
you broke it, you fix it.
Right. And the
Exactly.
thing is, we're putting accountability where accountability needs to be, and they are not used to that. And when we had this conversation, let's have the full motherfucking conversation. And the conversation
Absolutely.
begins and ends with us when we're like, we support this. My thing is, we do this all the time. We put our mouth before our action. Or we say, well, I support them in solidarity, but I'm gonna be over here. If Harriet had did that, we'd still be on the motherfucking plantation to this day.
However,
Well,
however,
I would like to
Harriet
say
did keep a
something.
bullet for those that
And
strayed
she,
from on
okay, baby, because she
Right?
wasn't playing. She said, now I'm not going to let you hinder where I'm trying to get to because you
Yep.
want to fuck around. And that is what we need to start doing more. You can't take everybody with you. And I think,
No.
and I'm not, as a black man, I'll say, black women, y'all love us. Y'all love us down. And you want better for everyone. But babies, y'all can't bring everybody where you trying to get to. Sometimes you got to leave a motherfucker in that field and say, hey, baby, I'm praying for you on the other motherfucking side. I hope you get your freedom papers soon.
Hell,
I
I'm
Absolutely.
not
know
even
I've
praying
had
for some of them. For
I
some
have
of them,
had to
Let
I'm
me,
not
I
tell
even
have one
praying for them.
question.
I
No, I
have
have a
had to tell
question. I really do.
a lot of our black men that okay, you vote for who you want. But when you get what they're gonna give you, please don't come back on here looking for us to help you because we're trying to help you now.
Yep.
Now,
The sad thing
To
is,
hell
have
with
y'all
that
really
check.
paid attention to the social media lately?
I saw
If
somebody.
you,
Oh, I'm sorry, Storm. I'm sorry. That was my
it's
fault.
okay. I'm just saying lately, like for the last past couple of weeks, I've been on almost every social media platform, and almost every black man has been on there downing this woman. Now, when things happen to our black men in society, be it the cops beating them up, getting locked up, injustice, all that stuff, your front runner is a black woman. Now you have a front runner who's running, trying to run the country where you, as a black man, can stand on your own 2 feet and probably progress, and you downing her. These are the things that I'm not understanding. But you want to put your faith in a white man who was about to allow officers to get away with killing you in the streets.
Yes.
That's because with Vice President Harris being so smart, she ticks on their ego. They can't
Mm-hmm.
handle that. They don't want to support a strong black woman because it shows up how powerless they are. And you only see certain black men doing that. And when you go and look at their profiles, they are the lowest of the lowest. So yes, when to see a black woman running the country, it's a hit to their ego.
Well, not only a hit to their ego, it's a hit to who they idealize personally. And this is an aspect that we don't talk about a lot. Like I said before, they'll hold their big mamas and their mamas up on a pedestal. When they see another strong, intelligent black woman doing it and doing it outside of the family, making moves for the community, it forces them to look at those women that they put up on a pedestal and ask, why didn't you do this? Well, that's because everybody else in the family was taking up all her time, and they don't want to admit that they were a part of that hindrance.
Talk about it.
And
Amen.
when they have to finally admit that they were a part of that hindrance just within their core, then they have to admit that they were a part of that hindrance in their community, in their county, in their state, in their country. And they don't want to do that, because this is why I say it's a faux patriarchy that we live under, because they say that men are in control, but who gets blamed for it all?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And looking at Madam VP, they can't do that. They can't look at their mom and be like, why didn't you do better? Why couldn't you be better? Why couldn't we live this way? Why couldn't you bring in the millions? Because of you, my boy. Because of you. And it's
Mm-hmm.
okay to admit it. It's okay to do better, because the same men that are criticizing her will go home at night and pour into their little sister, pour into their favorite female cousin, pour into their daughter and tell her she can be whatever, forgetting that she can hear you talking down about a woman who looks just like her.
That's
They
it.
see you treating her mother like shit. And they're like, well, the reason why we're not moving forward is because we're always having to pour out into you, and you are not refilling this pitcher.
That's it.
Amen.
Okay, let me just
And
say,
oh, I'm sorry, baby. Go.
96 people in here, and my friend Lady Couture needs to be at 15K. I don't know why she ain't. So you do that. Tap the screen.
Thank y'all. Yeah, tap the screen, share the live chat. I'm all over the place, but I'm
And
listening.
and,
I'm
and, and I
Tap the
also want to.
screen
I
like
also
y'all tap that bean.
church.
Yeah.
Church.
not
Flip the
DJ
screen
on the
like you
track.
flick that
is
bean,
sick
okay?
word. But I also want to add this context too, because here's the other piece of this. We have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable as a unit, and we have to hold accountability across the room for all of us, and that's a piece of this. And when people are saying, "Oh, well, she is not black," she is. She is, and because the first identifier, you have your primary identifier, your secondary identifier, and your tertiary identifier. In front of that, it is always, well, I am a black. That's your primary identifier. If you start your sentence off with that, baby, that's it and that's all. And she has openly said, well, I
You
am
know
a
what?
black and Asian Pacific, because she is literally the walking definition of America.
You
She
know
is
what really
she
kills me about those statements when they say she's not black is
right.
like y'all they want to pick and choose who they want to invite to the cookout.
Right.
Anybody else biracial is black. So what makes her
Right.
not black?
Right. When one of the
Anybody
most
else?
qualified people is
Anybody else
standing in front of
biracial?
you.
Y'all will beat them down to the dirt if they said they wasn't black. Y'all
Right.
allow them into the cookout, but then
Mm-hmm.
when you get a strong black woman that wants to also highlight her differences, you want to holler, "Oh, she not black.
Right, and
She
it
black
doesn't match
enough."
your ideal of what in your head a black woman looks like. Baby, first and foremost, we all fighting the same damn struggle. And a lot of you, and this is how I know people don't know history, because back in the day, before any of us was foot stomping and ass wagging on this bitch, let me tell you something. How many of you have heard of the one drop rule?
Yeah.
Yep.
Kamala got more than one drop. And way back
Right.
when, even with that one drop, what was the first thing they would have called her if they had seen her and didn't know nothing about her? The N-word.
Mm-hmm.
Let's not play these games with each other. Let's have this conversation all the way around. Kamala is what America looks like.
Yeah,
But exactly, and the
exactly.
thing of it is, what really
And let
bothers me
me
is that the same people that are sitting up here saying she's not black be the same people that will invite these cosplaying, some of these cosplaying white people that cosplay black women, and will invite them to the cookout. But I'm
Speak
like, but
on
you
it.
trying to say Kamala ain't black, but you're gonna invite the gay white men who cosplay black women, the white women who cosplay black women, and you invite them in, and that's okay? No, that's
Because
not
Exactly.
it
it.
well see
Exactly.
here's the thing. The United States is willing to accept interracial babies, but not
Right.
For Lady
intra-racial
Katrina.
babies.
no,
And
no, no.
Madam VP Harris is intra-racial, and they
Right.
want to downplay her blackness all of a sudden. Because I remember last summer there was a white man who was born and raised in Jamaica, and people are like, "Oh, you're fake. You're just doing this. You're cosplaying. You can't be Jamaican because you're white." Now all of a sudden she can't be black because her daddy is Jamaican. I need y'all to
Right.
make it make sense. Y'all need to
Right.
understand the terms that you want to throw out. You need to understand the system that you live within. You cannot toss people in and out the system and then scream white supremacy when you're putting on that white supremacy as if you cloaking it like a costume is all of a sudden going to give you a seat at the table. You will forever be the filling for the seat, and you will forever be the legs of the table unless you decide to listen and come together and move towards actual equity. All of this infighting is ridiculous. And the vast majority of the
Exactly.
infighting that we're getting are people who get a little bonus check, that move into a certain neighborhood, who befriend a couple people and forget that they're black. Blackity black, black, black.
And I'm
Because
black,
most
Exactly.
people
y'all.
that want to fight against us are black as my damn frames. Baby, you're not slipping and sliding in between here. You're not Queenie.
And the other piece of this becomes, and if I see this question one more time, God, baby, we gonna have a conversation. Why is there a high? Doja, you muted, baby. If you talking to us. Oh, okay. She said, "No, I'm good. Love you, boo." Why is it that there's a higher standard set on her? I hate this question. Well, what is she going to do for us? She is not just going to be hold on. She is not just running to be the president of the United States of niggas. She is running to be the president of the United States of motherfucking America. And you setting
Exactly.
a higher standard on her because she is a black woman is not it. That is not the flex. You think, well, what is she going to do for me? What the fuck is she going to do for all of us? Because it sounds like she's got a pretty good plan for all of America.
Exactly.
And if you can't get behind
Exactly.
it, then baby, maybe you are the motherfucking problem.
exactly.
Exactly.
Who better
The
to
call
put
is
in the
coming from inside the
office?
house.
Who
Right?
better to put in the office than somebody that's a melting pot of all of us?
Yep.
A
Exactly.
melting pot
Maybe
of all
you
of us.
are the problem. Maybe you are why progress is not motherfucking happening. Bitch, if you
Mm-hmm.
want to be tied to your motherfucking Jordans, your motherfucking smack back, bitch, and them motherfucking Hellcats for the rest of your goddamn life, bitch, you know where the motherfucking door is. Don't
All
cop
right,
over
I'm gonna
here
have to
when
cut
we
you
trying to
off,
move
Sunkiss
forward.
Prince, because we do not want
And ain't
Lady
nobody.
Couture's
Did y'all see
live
that they saying
taken
that
down.
somebody
Okay?
trying to tell y'all how to
Oh, I'm
vote?
sorry. I
Yeah, we
apologize.
gotta
Ain't
we
Sorry,
gotta
nobody
boo.
trying to
curtail
tell
it just
y'all
a
how to
little.
vote.
We love you. We love
But
you.
I tell them y'all are so concerned about what is she gonna do for us. When she helped American people, she's doing for us.
Thank
I say the
you.
same thing. What was it?
We're never gonna have a president that's gonna focus on the black people, and we need to get used to that.
Yeah.
Right, and
But as
I
long
want
as
to
they're
say
taking
this.
care of the American people, we are part of the American people, so we are being
Right.
helped as well.
But my
Right
thing is
now,
her track
I want to
record.
say this. I want to say this real fast, and then Shawnee, and then whoever else is next after Shawnee, because I know Shawnee's voice is so soft, bless her heart. But but no, I would have now, Sunkiss. When you said that you departed the motherfucking problem. When I tell you that took me back to Bernadine and waiting to exhale when
Yep.
she tore up that closet. When
Yep.
that said
Because
something,
that's what I felt.
I said, "You're the motherfucking problem." I was like, "Baby, burn it down, burn it
Okay.
down."
And to be clear, her silk press was silk press. And it's for all of y'all that are so
It
concerned about
was.
whether she's a black woman or not. She does her silk press with a round brush. You tell me what's more blacker than that.
Right.
Right.
You ever worked with a round brush before?
They mad because it's gonna be a bonnet in the White House. Goddamn it, shit.
Yep.
Listen,
Well, she's
you
married
know
to a
that.
white man. She's married to somebody who loves her, and that's the other piece of this.
They're
Right.
mad. They're mad because if President Harris get in that White House, all that woman control BS go down the drain. That's
Uh-huh.
what they're really mad about. And I'm
Mhm.
telling you, that's what they're aligning with. Because if you look at Project 2025 and you go back and look at what these guys are saying, they are mind stuck on closing your legs. Oh, we need to be a family. And what? So that means you want to complain about child support, but you also want to be married to a woman you don't want to be with. Make it make sense. Why do somebody have to tell you that if you get a woman pregnant to marry her?
Right.
You should know that already. So if that haven't been your intentions in all this time, then Trump being in office ain't gonna change it. You gotta still be a pookie.
Thank you, because
Mhm.
you over there knocking
Go
boots without
ahead.
consequences.
Go ahead, Shawnee.
Go,
Go
Shawnee.
ahead, Shawnee.
I'm back.
Okay, girl.
um, it. I don't know. It's just crazy to me when like nobody's trying to tell anybody how to vote. That's number one.
Hmm.
Most of the rebuttals and stuff that we talking about is people keep posting why they are not voting.
Hmm.
Uh-huh.
There should be no reason for you not to vote. You should
Hmm.
do your research and look at the policies that everybody is bringing up and then make your decision, but not to vote. That's not going to help anybody, but they just keep saying that in there that they're not going to vote. It's
They
best
Okay.
say,
that you do.
yeah. That it doesn't. They even
and
say they're
and
not
even
voting.
though it's and then I just want to say this last thing. Even though there is a genocide going on outside of this country, I would hate for everybody to let the detriment of our own self because outside what's happened outside of the country. And people need to understand how important this is to us because we could be the next one, the next genocide in America. And I think y'all should take that into consideration when saying things like that.
Yep.
And I'm
That's true. That's be the main ones that be in the comments talking about I'm not voting and I'm voting for Trump. I'm voting third party. When you vote third party, you throw your vote away. I'm like, people don't remember Ross Perot. Nobody remembers that.
People also don't understand that it takes time to build a party, and our two-party system right now is it's the two longest standing parties. Everybody's like, "Well, I'm gonna vote for third party." Beloveds, I'm so sorry to do this to you all. You vote in third party. If everybody across America was vote for third party, baby, it's not gonna have the votes. I'm
We
sorry.
don't even have a third party
We
candidate that is properly registered to be on the ballot in all 50 states. The last third party
right.
candidate that we had that was actually viable, they got elected to the House, to the Oval Office, was Abraham Lincoln. And before y'all
Thank
come
you.
for my neck, hear me out. Abraham Lincoln was slick with how he was third party and got into office. He created a party where he squished together Republican and Democrat, put it together, and they were like, "Oh, he's one of us. Oh, he's one of us," and got everybody's vote and slid into office because really wasn't nobody checking for him. So unless y'all gonna come out as a Democratic Republican or a Republican Democrat, it ain't gonna work. I keep telling y'all,
Right.
you have to start at the grassroots, and we, especially Black women, have to start not just turning out for the presidential elections, not just turning out for when it comes up to terms on Capitol Hill. Vote for your school board, whether you got kids in that
Local.
school board or not. Vote for your aldermen. Vote for everybody.
Yeah.
Because without the proper supporting cast, it doesn't matter who we put in the Oval. We should have learned that from Obama. It
Yeah.
does not matter who you put in the Oval if the supporting cast is shit. Okay?
Exactly.
Go watch a movie and you can have Denzel and Octavia Spencer all up in there doing the damn thing. Throw a little
You
Angela
have a
Bassett in
supporting
there.
cast.
But if the rest of the supporting cast is shit and the director is shit and the filmographer is shit and the cinematographer is shit, that's going to be a shitty production.
Yes, it is.
Mhm.
It's gonna be Tubi. Tubi. It's gonna be a Tubi movie. That's what's
It
gonna
ain't
be.
even going to be a Tubi
now
Or
I
movie.
like
or
me a
It's
or
good
it's
going to be
gonna
Tubi
be
public
movie now.
access.
It's
or
giving
or
to the original.
it's gonna be a Trump
Apple.
diaper.
It's giving
Right.
So
Daily
yeah.
But
Motion.
no. So real quick, I want to say this to Britain because I saw his comment when we were all talking, and this is another thing that really irritates my entire soul when they sit here and say, I don't know if you were talking about Biden didn't give to HBCU or Trump didn't give to HBCU, because if you're saying that Trump didn't give to HBCUs, you're correct. He did not. Biden did, because the thing what Trump did was he wanted to take that away. But see, it had to take a woman, on a black woman who is a HBCU alumni on Congress, who bring that back in to get the funds. Trump had nothing to do with that. But Biden gave more than what was given when Trump was in office. But Trump didn't give anything. I don't want to give the whole breakdown, but just to
No,
make it short and
Trump
simple.
stopped the program, and
Yeah,
then
he
instead
stopped
of
it.
reinstating the program, he gave a one-time allotment. When Biden got into office, the program was reinstated and the funding was increased. Trump is a good sleight of hand artist, okay? This is why so many people think that he's such a great developer, because he slaps his name on places and he charges them rent for
Oh, you
Trump
talking about
just
Trump?
being
Okay,
on it.
yeah, yeah. Okay, you was
So
talking about Trump
that's
didn't
why he
fund
wanted to
HBCUs.
put
Okay.
his name
Mm-hmm.
on stimulus checks, and so many people like, he gave it. No, he gave you a loan on your own money. He prepaid you basically for your own paycheck. This is why so many people got screwed over when it came time to doing their taxes. They didn't get as much
They
back,
didn't get
or they
none.
ended up
Everybody like,
owing, because
where my
it's your
refund?
money. I need
Yes.
people to realize
And
when
he
it comes to the
sunsetted
government,
tax breaks.
it's yours. It's already yours. They're not giving you anything. They're giving you back what they already had to give you. They're just giving it to
Exactly.
you ahead of schedule. It's like giving you a cash advance out of your own savings account.
That's
When they're
it.
sitting there trying to tell you that Social Security and all this stuff is an entitlement, you're putting it into there. It's just a savings account that you just can't go to the ATM and pull it out. You can't go to the bank
And the
teller
thing,
and write out a withdrawal slip and get it out right away. It's your money. No different than food stamps, Medicaid, Medicare, and everything else. It's yours. Stop letting them shame you for it, and stop letting Trump put his name on it and people wanting to bow down.
and then the other piece of
Stop
this is
acting
too is
stupid, and
that
people
that's
won't treat
also
you
the
stupid.
same thing that they're trying to
Exactly.
take away from you if they get into office. Y'all sitting up here like, oh well, my stimmy, baby, your stimmy came out of your money that you've already put into the system that they're now trying to dismantle and take away from you, so you will never see it.
And they
I
hiked
mean, if
and
y'all
he
so
hiked the
happy that
taxes
somebody's
up until
sending you a check,
2026.
if y'all so happy to be sent a check, send me all of your money, okay? And twice
Please.
a year, I'll send you $600.
Doja got her hand up. So hold
Now,
on.
now, now, wait a minute. I don't know
I
about
be,
twice a year, maybe once.
I be
Doja,
like,
what's your piece?
how can y'all be super excited over a stimulus check? Here, that stimulus check didn't even pay my rent.
My
Hello.
my
Right?
thing
I didn't
is
That
even
did
get
not
Go
help
one.
ahead,
me
Doja.
whatsoever.
my
I
thing
didn't
Go
even
ahead,
is
get
Doja.
one. They looked at my statistics and was like, "Oh, you gone? Fuck you."
my thing is the overall picture. For those of us that take medication that are on Medicaid, for those of us that are on Medicare, for those of us that have children that have disabled needs, for those of us whose children go to public school, the overall picture, it's not just about certain things. Now we can shoot the shit all day because we got it all day. But the meat and the potatoes of everything is every life right now is at jeopardy and y'all not even thinking about it. And I'm not saying that y'all on this panel, I'm saying the people that chooses to, I'm voting third party or I'm not voting at all. But your grandmother is in a nursing home that depends on Medicare to pay her payments. Are you ready to bring her to your house and have to pay for all her medication? Are you ready
Exactly.
for that? Or I'm not going to vote. Y'all just want to kumbaya just because she a black sister girl don't mean I'm supposed to. But your disabled child needs that home health care. And who pays for it? Medicaid. And you sure you want to make that decision? Or I ain't voting because I'm going to vote for Trump because he gave me a stimmy, but your children go to a public school. Are you ready for that? So if you
Speak on
can't,
it.
like, let's think about the overall picture and not just think about self. And then you'll have people say, well, they ain't do nothing for the black community when we brought 16 million jobs just because it didn't directly affect you. When you say black people were affected by what they did under this particular administration. What did the prior administration do for you? What did you do? Because see, unlike some of y'all, I worked in the hospital and had to see the faces of those that passed away because of
Oh,
COVID,
baby,
because it
speak
was
on it.
mishandled. I saw it firsthand because it was mishandled. I saw how we
Exactly.
ran out of all types of stuff. Masks, we had to put them in daggone sandwich bags and keep them because we didn't have no masks, we didn't have no
Yes.
suit, we didn't have none of that.
You
So
better
what did
speak
the
on it.
prior administration do? But you can sit up here and look at me in my face and tell me because of a goddamn stimulus, bitches, are we under a pandemic? Well, I don't like him because look what they doing across the water, baby. I see more than just watermelon. I see the Congo. I see what they doing over there. I see all of that. But before I can help them, I have to help my own. Because
Exactly.
if we can't help our own, how can I help
We'll
them?
help
I
them.
can't help them
Exactly.
because I can guarantee you he don't give a damn about them.
Right?
I
He
can
said it.
guarantee you that.
He has said it over and over
He said
again.
beachfront property. That's what he
If
said.
we are
Beachfront
sick,
property.
if we
He's gonna
are
make that
homeless, and we are
beachfront
falling
property.
apart, we can't help anybody else.
I said it
We
all the
can't.
time. I
And
scream that all the
here's the thing.
time.
Yes, there are genocides that are taking place everywhere else, but let's not forget what just happened again. We are under a genocide ourselves.
Yep.
Between black female mortality birth rates and just the police still targeting us. That alone. And for Mr. JJC that came up in here talking about we just talking about free stuff. Okay, let me explain something to you goofy ass motherfuckers. Okay?
Wait, don't get
Entitlements
the
that
no.
you pay.
Wait, don't get the live shut down, Tess.
I'm not. But just because we're talking about entitlements that we paid into doesn't mean that we're talking about free stuff. But you're letting me know that you don't pay for anything in your life. So who is your sugar mama? Because I'll go fuck her and take all your benefits away.
Whoop.
Uh-uh.
And
Now
I'm
wait a
coming
minute.
behind the goddamn on it.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Baby, if I could get welfare, food stamps, education, whatever, I'm going for it. I sure am. And I don't
Okay.
care what nobody think about it, boo. If I can get over on that system, I would damn sure use it. I applaud the
They
I'm
ones
gonna
won't
that's
speak
give
on
getting
this
it.
me
because this
shit.
person's starting to irritate me a little bit. Miss Hydra logo, this is for you, beloved. Hi, welcome. We love all who come and all who don't. However, and comma pause, baby, I'm gonna need you to figure out where you want to be. You're over here talking about how we're telling people. We're not telling anybody anything. The purpose of this live, and I'm sorry, host, I'm speaking for you a little bit right now, and I apologize about that,
No, you
baby.
fine, honey, because these comments is going so fast, and I can't even see what is
Okay, but
going on.
the thing is, you're over
Be
here
a black
talking about
woman.
some.
Read it or feel.
Talking about some, well, y'all are contradicting yourselves. Y'all are telling people who to vote for. We're not telling you anything more than what you need to know, which is to be an informed voter. That at the end of the day, that's all we're saying while sitting up here having good conversation and having educational conversation. Now take that as you may, whether you be cool or come out of a bag on me, I absolutely accept that. However, and comma pause. At the end of the day, it is up to you to exercise your good education and your good knowledge to make the decision that best benefits for you when walking into the voting booth, because that's what you're about. You're about you. And I absolutely understand
Feel
that.
stuck, sweetie. I just feel
Can
like
we
you.
ask her to get into? Oh, see, y'all want me to go live on because you know I don't give a shit about losing. So, because I love reading the bitch. I love reading the bitch down.
I don't
Because
feel. I want to be real clear. I don't feel attacked
Can
about a
I can
motherfucking
I
thing.
can
Who
I
is
remind
resulting
y'all
to violence?
something
Just
real
because your mind
fast?
is so
Wait a minute, hold on,
simple.
everybody.
Wait,
What you say,
he's
Shawnee?
talking.
Okay, I just want to say this. Miss Hydra logo, she is one of my mutuals and I do respect her, and this is how she feeling right now, and I can understand how she feeling right now, but I don't think that us attacking each other or going in on each other is going to help it at all. Everybody has their own opinion, but I don't think that's what this should be, because I know who she is. And she might be feeling however she feeling, and she putting it in there, and I understand it's a public platform, but she is a mutual of mine. She is a friend. I've had conversations with her.
you do
Right,
know
and
that
I
So
that's a
so wait,
contradiction.
so what did she say? Because like I said, these comments is like going so fast. What did she say?
she's just one of those people. She feel like it's everything is a waste, and nothing that she do or any of us do is going to make everything better. And there's a lot of people that feel that way.
Okay,
And
so
But she here
that's
for
pretty much what she keeps saying.
So
got
what
it.
was the point
Okay.
of popping into the live?
but what
If
I'm
she's going to
why
be
is she
contrary
here?
to everything, why is she here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense to
that
sit
don't
in a
even make
space
Yeah,
sense.
and I
and
understand that.
just fart up in the room. It don't make sense to be stanky. Okay, you can just move on.
So really quickly, I will say this:
Right.
now having that context and understanding that, I will always be the first to admit when I have made a mistake. So for Miss, where'd you go, sweetie? Miss Hydra logo, I apologize to you. I really do.
Doja said no. Okay, so I get it. So, and I get it. What people say when it comes to that, and I get it because, like we have always said, it may not affect you, but if it affects somebody in your community, the win is a win. Now, I don't know what I want to understand from Miss Hydra logo. What changes is that you want to see? And here's another thing. I've told my people, my community, and other marginalized communities, We need to stop waiting for somebody to come and do something for us or deliver us, and we need to do it ourselves. So if this person
Right.
is not doing it, then it's like, okay, then let's go ahead and try to bring our heads together and raise some money and do this because, okay, they took away after school programs. Well, let's try to find something and do something and gather ourselves to do something, have our kids to do something so they don't be in the streets getting in trouble. Let's start there. Let's go do something and make lunches and breakfasts and go feed the homeless. Let's do that. Let's stop waiting. And there's grants all over where you can get free money to where we can put back into our community and not wait. Now, it may take time or whatever, or it may not happen at all. But at the end of the day, as long as we have done something and not to the, well, what are they going to do for us? Or what are they going to do for us? What are we going to do for us is the question. That's the
Well, not
problem.
only
We don't
that,
come together.
we don't live to ourselves and we don't die to ourselves. That's something that my daddy instilled into me.
Mm-hmm.
So to look so individualistic, everything is going to trickle down and affect you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because if mental health doesn't get proper care and coverage and people don't have proper access to it, that meltdown could potentially put you in harm's way. If we don't have proper education,
Yeah.
when you go to the hospital, that doctor, that nurse may not have the forethought to be able to save you. When you go to get your meats, and we're seeing this right now, how many outbreaks do we have to have because people are underqualified?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is going to affect everyone. If you believe it's not going to affect you, or you believe that you're not going to be heard or that you're not important, I want you to remember this. They're fighting hard to stifle every voice. Every voice.
Mm-hmm.
They want to stay in power because it boosts their ego. Not so much
Mm-hmm.
their bank accounts, more of their ego. Because listen to how most politicians are talking right now. They're telling you that the government is evil while they're a part of the government. They're telling you that the government is not working for you when they're a part of the government. So all of this, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not going to affect me. Yes, it will. It will affect your housing. It will affect your health. It will affect your education. It will affect your livelihood. It will affect every aspect of you, regardless of who is in office. It's just a matter of how badly or how well it's going to affect you. It's a matter of how much change we can take now and what we can forward. And all of this, I'm just one person. Guess what? So was Nancy Prosser before she got with her husband Gabriel and they started a revolt. So was Nat Turner. So was Harriet Tubman. So was Sojourner Truth. So was Malcolm X. So was Marcus Garvey. So was Bell Hooks.
Doja. Oh my
It takes one
God.
person
Doja.
and not a bunch of
Can't
inbreeding like that,
be
that up there. But it takes
serious.
one person to
That's
start a
so
movement, just like
unserious.
it takes one pebble and one loud sound to start an avalanche. It
Damn.
takes one.
Right, it does. And then and I want to say this before and I know welcome Miss Hydra Logo and welcome back Melanated. So I want to and it's just popped in my head. Everybody knows about FMLA, right? And the leave and everything. That I believe that started with Clinton.
Yep.
Now, I want people to understand that is a benefit to a lot of people, especially working people, because if you have to take time off to take care of your child, to take care of a parent, if you're having mental issues, baby, that FMLA, when I was working at Verizon, baby, that FMLA came in attack. So the thing of it is that I want people to do research and take a look and see what things have been done and what has it benefited, because it's a lot and some people may not know, and I mean, and that's okay, but like I said, the biggest thing is that FMLA, that and they're trying to take that away. They're trying to take that away. They're trying to take parental.
Yep.
Doja, we are so unserious. They're trying to take that away and everything like that. So it's the thing of it is that if you don't vote and you feel that there's like everything has gone wrong, honey, if Trump get back in, baby, we are going to be stripped of everything. And I mean everything.
First off, I want to say hats off to you goddesses in this chat. Beautiful black goddesses. Let me start there. Secondly, when I say about the voting, and Shawnee, hats off to you, my mutual. I absolutely love you. You know that. I'm not voting because just as well as all 9 of us are sitting here now, y'all like, well, we could, y'all have all said it, we can all make the change. Well, let's do something now. What we waiting on? Because I feel like I don't have nothing against Kamala, but what I do got some stuff against is the running mates she's choosing. I don't got time for her running mates. And I don't like the Democratic Party. I don't like the Republican Party. There's no right, there's no wrong when we have real issues that we facing right now in real time. Every time I look up, I'll give you the prime example. They use Sonia Massey's case as propaganda to be like, see, this is why we need to pass the George Floyd Act. My nigga, George Floyd died 4 years ago. Shit should not take this long, and I'm tired of saying that. You feel me? Laws should not take this long to be passed. If you really sick of black people killing black people, I just want to say this. The only way this shit gonna really change is if we really get violent with them. It's not a level of...
So pause real fast, and I understand what you're saying, and I see where you're coming from with that. So with that being said, it's basically with Congress, because if you don't have a Democratic House and you don't have a Democratic Senate, stuff is not going to go through, because the Republicans are the ones that are holding it up and shutting it down. So that's why we stress so much to vote in the local elections and not just the presidential, because that's where we effed up with Obama, because everybody wants to say Obama didn't do anything. And I said, no, the reason why Obama didn't do anything is because we failed and we did not show up at the midterms and put Democrats in the House and in the Senate, because I need for everybody to understand how a bill is passed. Because a bill is introduced, it goes through the House, it goes through the Senate, then it goes to the president's desk.
I
He can either accept it or veto.
And I get all of that shit, but it's taking too long for my taste. You see, like,
But that's
this is
the
what I told my...
Republicans. That's what I'm saying.
This is my thing. My parents been voting.
Ms. Hatcher Logo, let me ask you a question. You say that your opinion is that we don't vote because of either party.
No. I don't know. I can't. My reason for not voting this time around is solely off the genocide. My answer.
So let me ask you this: with that decision,
let me finish. I heard y'all talk about ancestors, so on and so forth. Now, my theory and my religion. I'm not a religious person. I don't believe in religion. None of the above. My thing is, my ancestors, whoever jumped ship, whoever stayed, they didn't fight for me to have the power of the pen to fight for genocide, no matter if it's left or right, or if it include me. And ultimately, the West is out of pocket. The West has literally crippled everybody's economy. So they need their ass beat. Period.
So my question to you is this: with your decision not to vote, can you please explain to me how's that helping them? How's it helping the genocide? How's it helping genocide?
Listen. When it comes down to it, if we get invaded and we get genocide, I can say, hey, baby, I ain't had nothing to do with that. My pen wasn't on that.
But
paper.
No.
I didn't vote for the lesser of two evils.
But what I'm saying is, you're saying that you don't want to do it because of genocide, right? That's going on wherever. So what I'm asking you is, with you not voting, how is that helping them?
Oh, I don't know. It's what you're missing is this is my moral compass. It's not about nobody else's.
I mean, I understand that, but I mean, you made the statement, and I was just asking
that's
for.
What I'm saying.
I was just asking for clarification.
I don't want to do it, so I don't care if it helps the Democrats. I don't care if it hurts the Republicans.
So in other words, you don't want to vote. So why are you even on here then? Because this is not a situation. This is not a situation. This is not a conversation for people that don't have a vote. If you're not voting, you can't complain, love. You have to accept whatever happens.
Ladies trying to speak.
Time out real fast. I need everybody on mute. Like the Beyonce, I need the mute challenge real quick. So here's the thing that I see, and Doja, I'm gonna get to you. And this is the thing that irritates me, that I have been arguing with people in my community about the genocide. My thing of it is, how long have you known about the genocide? Because there was not that same energy when Trump was in office, because the same thing was going down, because not too many people said anything. And actually, before that, genocide has been going on over there for over 75 years. Now, I want people to really understand that there has been a thing called a ceasefire. Now, how ceasefire works is that both sides have to agree to it. Now, actually, a ceasefire was called October 6th. Now, how did October 7th happen? Because that orange slide, he shared those documents, and it came out in the news that he shared those documents with Newtonheimer, or whatever his name is, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt, over there. And that's how they knew about it, and they were practicing it for over a year. Now, there was a ceasefire that was called by Biden and Harris multiple times, but Newtonheimer over there disagreed. He did not want to agree to it. The UN called for a ceasefire, but him and Hamas did not want to do it. So again, my thing of it is that I need for people to pay attention and see what had gone down and what the process was for that. because we tried to do what we could over here, but they did not agree over there. And again, if that orange slide gets in, that the thing of it is, that's not going to help them over there. And for you to say, well, I ain't got nothing to do with that. No, you do have something to do with that, because you did not exercise your right to vote.
I didn't exercise my vote to vote for two people that wanted. Is crazy.
What do you mean two
That's
people that
crazy.
want it? First of all,
I'll
the
give
government.
you this. I'll vote for what's that nigga name? Third party candidate, Jasmine. I'll vote for Jasmine Sherman, and then you still tell me that's not good enough. I like Jasmine Sherman policies. I'll keep it a buck with you. However, I'm not voting Democrat or Republican. That's that.
And here's hold on, host. I got you, baby. I got you. Hold on.
Okay.
I got you.
Okay.
I got
Like, I
you.
don't get it. Y'all are trying to tell me my moral
Ma'am.
compass is wrong because I don't agree with y'all sentiment or regiment. That's crazy.
Hold on
The
1
thing
second, please.
is individuality.
Okay.
I'm not y'all.
And we absolutely
I don't even equate.
and we absolutely understand that. Nobody's saying you have to be us. The only thing that you can be is your best self. And when you show up to the polls, you're going to make the best decision for you. You've already made that very clear. However, and comma pause, as I said at the beginning, we're just here to educate and have good conversation for the best of what we can do in this time. We are doing what we can do. And my other thing is this, to your point, ma'am. I do want to say this to you. If you are so concerned about what is going on over there, which we all should be and we all are, understanding that your vote does matter in regards to the decision that you make when you walk into that voting booth, because you have one person who not only doesn't care about what's going on over there, they don't care about what's going on over here, in here even more. And you have one person who has stood up and said, hey, literally as of today, this isn't good. Y'all are burning the American flag. Y'all are doing all this. We got this going on over Palestine.
What does the flag have to do with anything, though?
Okay, clearly you're not caught up on the news. So I'm gonna go by that. And that was a slight against you.
I'm confused because like y'all bringing in rhetorics, you still bringing in notions. Fuck a fucking American flag. Fuck the American flag. Fuck the American
not
flag.
on my live. Not on my live. Not on my live.
Excuse it.
Not on my live.
Do shit but enslave us. Are y'all crazy?
Not on my live. No, ma'am.
Are we not living regiments of slavery?
I think Miss Ma'am is a plan, and you may want to drop her because what she's saying don't make no sense. What she's saying, she is contradicting herself over here in this corner, and what she's saying don't make no sense. You are steady complaining. You are complaining about an election that you don't want anything to do with. Ain't nobody told you who to vote for, ma'am. You can vote for Santa Claus if you want to. We are letting you know. Number one, that there has never been an independent in the office. That's number one. So if you're going to vote independent, you might as well not vote. And if you're not going to vote, then get off the context because you don't have anything to say.
Because you just yelled.
Because you are part of the problem.
We appreciate it. I just wanted to make
sure.
You gotta be lucky I didn't get to say what the fuck I wanted to say.
That's why I was stopping you, Doja.
We try to protect ladies' lives. Hold on, everybody. Hold on.
So here's the thing. Well, my fault. So here's the thing, real fast, and it's like this is what I have. This is what gives me a headache every single time when people try to sit up here. But now, what if genocide would have never happened? Then what? Then what would have been your excuse? That's my thing that I just don't understand. And it's like, I get it. It was going on.
Out.
It's a cop out. I just to ask her 3 questions. Do you have children? Are they on Medicaid? Okay. You say your moral compass won't allow you because both parties, even though they ran down the information of how one side is trying to stop said situation, you still are saying that they want G side. You're putting them together, and then you're saying my moral compass won't allow me to help them by voting for the party that's clearly trying to stop the situation. It makes my blood pressure rise because it makes no sense. But my thing is this, and I want everybody on the outside in the hallways and in here to understand this. I don't care who you decide to, whatever. Thank you, baby, for the gift. At least make a decision to exercise your right to do whatever. Because I be goddamned. My ancestors laid down their life for me to be able to vote, and I don't exercise that right. But at the same time, I'm not going to be in an energy that I, 1, don't agree with, and 2, I'm just here to cause confusion and tell y'all that you're stupid while simultaneously being ignorant. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to be somewhere where I don't agree.
That's just period point blank. That's what adult women do. I'm not going to be anywhere that I don't agree with. We didn't even have to have a back and forth with her. She came in here and continued to voice her opinion. That lets me know that there is some shadow work that you need to do on self. Because before you say, what are we doing in the community? You don't know none of us. Because, baby, I do in mine. Better find out that. I do in mine. So before you say, at least know what you're talking about. But you're just throwing out things. And it's disgusting. And that's what I said just a few minutes before she came in here, that we need to learn how to love one another. Why do we have to prove ourselves on a continuous basis of what it is, this, that, and the third, just for us to be validated amongst each other? We are
And that's it.
women sitting amongst
Thank
each
you,
other,
boo.
telling each other that you're not good enough and you're not this. Choose to feel how you feel. Bless you. But exit stage left. You don't have to be here. You don't have to be here.
I
Okay.
want
And
to
for the person in
say
the comment section,
something.
real
Can I
quick,
say
let me say,
something?
Thank you,
hold on,
baby.
No, let Shawnee let Shawnee
hold
say
on,
her.
real
Because
quick
that
before
was
this
my
comment,
friend, and
hold
I
on, real
was
quick
trying
before
to.
this comment goes away, Shawnee, just real quick. For the person who came in thinking that you were having a gotcha moment on Doja saying that George Washington was an independent, there were no political parties when he ran, Booski. Congress was picking the
Exactly.
president and the
Yeah.
vice president. So let's not put this information out there and
Yeah.
think that we're coming in here to fact check black women. Now, if we're incorrect on something, yes, we are here to edify one another, but let's not do that.
Can I
Sorry, Shawnee.
before
Yeah,
you
I seen
start
that. I seen that
speaking?
comment too. I seen that comment too, and yeah, that's crazy. When she came up here, and when she said whatever her position was, not voting, I was expecting her to get the information that she needed and then take it with her and resonate with her and figure out her own stuff. I did not know it was going to go like that. I've never seen her or heard her act like that before. So I didn't know that shit was going to happen. I'm going to say that first and foremost. Like, I didn't
You
know that
fine,
shit was going to
Shawnee. You
Shawnee,
happen.
it's
don't have to,
fine.
But I
It's
knew
honey.
you
You
don't
that
have
don't
to
I
have to
knew
be.
that
apologize
she
for
needed
anybody
to
else.
get educated. I knew she needed to know things, and I knew that Lady Couture has a lot of information. That's why I'm mutuals with her, and I follow her, and I stay updated with stuff because she does research on stuff. So that's why I thought it would be a good place. But I do apologize. It actually made my anxiety. I have really bad anxiety. So I'm over here shaking because I wasn't even
Oh
expecting
no.
that. I
Oh,
Shawnee,
just
it's
was
bitch.
not your
expecting
fault that
black
she
Just
women
didn't
to
It's
breathe.
want to
your
take
talk
her
fault.
Just
and
breathe
let's
and
talk
serious.
through
hydrate
it.
because we
It's
not
not your
blaming you
fault that
for it.
she was closed minded. It's not your
Yeah.
fault that she
It's not
doesn't want
your
to
fault.
broaden her knowledge of what's going on to make a better decision. So yeah, you might have tried to stick up for her because you know her, but evidently her as an individual chose
Yep.
not to listen and educate herself to form a better decision than what she showed here today.
On top
Right.
of the fact,
Right.
don't apologize for you having an open heart to somebody. And sometimes we have to be shown who people truly are to know who we rocking with. And
Yep.
that's just being honest. Unfortunate, I'm sure all of us on this panel have been mutuals with people and had to learn that them people ain't
Ain't
what
our people.
we
Woo,
ain't
did
we
not
ain't on
learn
the
that
same
this
page.
week.
You know,
Did not learn
You
that
unfortunately,
and me
this week.
both, Taz,
And not your
so
baby.
fault.
what?
So
I'm
one
gonna do
second,
my
y'all. So
duties.
hold
Can
on
I
one
do my
second.
duties? Can I do
Oh
my
yeah,
duties real quick?
yeah. Go
I
ahead. I
know
was just
there's
gonna
not
say,
a
kid.
hundred.
After you is Kid Deacon, because Kid Deacon just came in. So
Okay.
after you, go ahead.
All right. I'm doing my duties right now. I know there's not 170 people, and my girl is still at 24-3. We
Thank
need to
you.
be tapping. All right. I need her to be at 30K. 30K in 5 minutes. I know you can do it. Tap, tap, tap. If you're touching yourself, tap, tap, tap. Just like you touching yourself. All right. Do that.
I'm about to fight.
I don't know if I want to do all of that because I don't
I
use
love
my
it
fingers.
here. And I also do want to
Get that
say,
carpal
oh, I'm
tunnel
sorry, it's
working.
Kid Deacon. It's Kid Deacon. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Kid Deacon. Welcome.
Hey, good afternoon, y'all. How y'all doing? Please call me Dominique.
Oh, Dominique. Okay, I see. I just go by the username. Okay, but thank you.
Yeah, it's all good. So when I'm going to the polls, I'm thinking about our sister in Ohio that they wanted to jail for murder because
Um,
she had a miscarriage.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I'm thinking about the lady in Texas that
Yep.
if she didn't have the means to go out of state because she had a non-viable pregnancy,
Mm-hmm.
she probably could have unalived
Yeah.
or not been able to have any more children. I understand why people are upset about the things that are going on in Palestine, which is not something that just been going on since October the 7th of last year. It's been going on for decades. I understand that, but we have been dealing with things for over 400 years. Okay? People need to remember that. I wish people would also take a course in civics.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
In the Senate, you need a at least a 60 vote proof vote. That's how it's filibuster proof. Or else it will take one senator to make everything stop. 60 votes. 60 votes in the Senate. And then you have to get the House. But it takes 60 votes in the Senate to be filibuster proof. 60. So these midterm elections, they're everything. Please educate yourselves
Mm-hmm.
about how our system works. It's not a joke. And now y'all understand that. Please educate. And that's all I got.
Thank you.
Thank you,
And
Dominique.
and Kamala 2024.
That's
Yep.
All the way.
right. Talk
Amen.
about it.
You know, I feel like that's one of the biggest problems, especially with the black community. We are known to be followers. We a lot of us hate to do research. A lot of us hate to go and see for themselves what's really going on. And then they get on here with all this rhetoric about what it is, and when you ask them a simple question, they like, huh? Yeah, like with the Project 2025, I don't even argue with them anymore. Babes, do your research. You might want to go look that up.
And I mean that's it, because at this point arguing isn't going to do anything other than get frustrations, blood pressure. Y'all know we black, we already are prone to certain things, baby, and I'm not going to sit up here and mess around with y'all like the general y'all all day. Educate yourself. And my thing is this: when you're looking at, somebody said we need to bring back civics courses. Absolutely. People really don't understand that we run on the systems of, our government is run on the systems of checks and balances, because that was the whole reason we separated from the monarchy in England under King George III, and separated, became the colonies, because we did not want to be under monarch rule. We didn't want to be under monarchy rule or religious rule. We wanted to be a nation governed by the people, for the people, and that's how we got to our founding fathers. A lot of people are like, oh well, I don't think the founding fathers ever envisioned this. No, I really don't think. I think if they were to come back today and see what the state of our government was, it would be muskrats and bullets everywhere at this point sometimes. And that's the thing that you really have to think about. What is it that we
Should they
want
have
for
a
the
heart attack
future?
knowing that we free now?
That shit, they might, except for Thomas Jefferson.
I just want to say this because I'm trying not to cry. People need to understand how important this election is, especially for certain communities.
Yes.
I have a daughter that identifies differently. And to even think that you could do something to my child because of how she chooses to identify, or to stop me from getting medication that I need just to live because I can't afford anything else. And so that's why I'm passionate about certain stuff when people say certain ignorance, because I know that my life is at jeopardy right now. I know that my children's life is at jeopardy right now. And when somebody can look me in my face and tell me, and basically spit in my face, that look just like me, and I'm out here every day fighting for little individuals that look like me and you, it breaks my heart because I have to look at my child every day and try to explain certain things to them. I'm gonna be the one that has to explain how it's fearful for me to let you go out because I don't know how somebody might view you. And it's hurtful for me. All of y'all that do know me, I had to take just to be able to I had to take a pill, one pill every day to be here. And because I can't not afford, even though I make a nice amount, I had to take a pay cut. And so now I have to choose between feed myself or feed my children just so I could keep the Medicaid just to be here. And for somebody to come and slap me in my face like that, I feel a certain type of way because it's like a different type of anger. Because you're not just fucking with me, you fucking with my kids. You fucking with the kids that I work with. You fucking with the kids that I save. I go in a juvenile system every day pouring into children that feel like giving up. I was in some of them rooms with individuals who parents changed on them because they identified. I was there with some of them kids. So I feel some type of way differently. Yes, this election for me is important. I never in my wildest dreams at 38 years old thought I would be seeing the world the way that it sees it, the way that I'm not looked at as a woman. As a black woman, I have to validate myself on every hand. I have to work 10 times harder. I've been incarcerated and I did everything to become free and get my record clear. And you still tell me I'm not good enough. So I feel some type of way about that. So before anybody can come say anything to me, educate yourself before you speak to me. Because see, I've done my research on who I stand behind. I don't stand behind her because she share the same type of monthly as me. I stand behind her because I've looked at her track record. I looked at all her accolades. I looked how she's been out there for us. Have anybody on this earth ever been perfect? And who wrote the book for perfection? Who wrote that? She's done that. She's done everything for people that look like me, people that look like you. She was the first one to marry same-sex individuals. So before you try to tell me anything about who it is I stand behind, educate yourself above this surface level research that y'all doing because it's sensitive to me. I'm dealing with this firsthand. I got little girls and little boys and little individuals that's going through a change of what they want to identify. I got that. Teaching them about that. And you trying to tell me that you're going to tell them that they have to be what you say that they have to be, not what they feel and what they identify and what you're telling them what they going to be. You telling them I ain't gonna give you medication. You telling them that you're gonna have to believe in the Christian Bible that I wrote. Because y'all don't even know about the 5 books that created this. So before you tell me anything, educate yourself before you talk to me. And that's just how I feel about it.
Real quick, I do have to drop out. I have to get today's reading out. And I have to prep for the podcast tonight. As always, ladies, love y'all. Love any interactions that we have.
Love you
Have
guys.
a nice day,
But I do have to
Taz.
drop out. And if anybody wants to stop by, we're reading out of Daughters of Africa, the first volume. We'll start the second volume probably next month. But love y'all. Stay strong.
Thank you. Hey, Denise. Am I saying that right? Denise, can I see? Yeah, I can
Yes,
see.
you're saying
Yes.
that right. You're
I know,
saying,
Lord, I'm up here cooking. Hey,
no,
welcome.
you're saying it right. I just want to say, y'all have been the best panel that I've been looking for on here. I'm Puerto Rican. My kids are Puerto Rican and black.
Hey,
Hey.
Bonita, wepa.
Yeah, see, I love it even more. My granddaughter has been bullied because she's black and Puerto Rican. We fought with the schools. We fought this, like that one girl that was on here. I want to say to all of y'all, I'm sorry that y'all had to hear. I wanted to reach through this phone, yank her through the little box, and choke her life. Like, she made me so angry. And these people are trying to I'm in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. Well, pray to God that this surgery will have me better, but I don't know. And I rely on Social Security. I rely on Medicare. And I don't want my daughter or my grandkids or any other child or woman to lose their rights. I have to fight this disability every day. Every day. And now I'm getting worse. So now the little at-home business that I did, I can't do it no more because I gotta wait until the surgeons see what they can do for me. But I love you guys, and I followed you, and I'm gonna keep following you guys. And like this too much, y'all guys. Like I'm sitting here crying listening to y'all talking. Like whoa, wait a minute, who trying to take breaths and everything? That's why I requested this because I just want to let you guys know I support y'all 110%. And as far as the communities, I live in New York State. Our mayor sucks and our governor sucks. We
Preach
lose kids
it.
here every day. Little kids, big, like there's so much violence in New York State, New York City. It's not even funny. And our mayor and our governor don't care. I, in a wheelchair, try to help the community, but it's only so much I can do because I can't run from gunfire and I can't jump in the car. The only thing I got is my wheelchair and it don't move that fast. And it's crazy that people think is like, no, okay, you don't have to vote for her because you don't want to, but look at what she's trying not to have happen. Like you don't have to, but vote for the person before all your rights are taken and you're gonna be in a box on the street and nobody's gonna care about us anymore because they care about one color and one color only. And if it doesn't match them, they don't care. And I don't argue with these people on TikTok to the point I'm like, y'all gonna get me banned off TikTok. So let me just stop even trying to tell y'all anything. Because the stuff that they say is ridiculous. They don't care about the January 6th. They say, oh, he didn't do that. Like this orange person, because I know I can't cuss like that on here. But this orange person is being, I don't even see why he's like, I don't understand. I don't understand our government. I don't understand the scratch on his ear that he said half of it was gone. Like, okay, and the doctor said it just grew back on its own. Okay,
Miss
I'm
Denise, before
I'm
you
angry.
leave, Miss Denise, before you leave, please make sure that you follow me and I can try my best to assist you with disability. I've worked for the state healthcare and everything. So if I can assist, I will assist. And that's just how I've always been.
I've been fighting these doctors, Miss Queen Doja. I've been fighting these doctors. Like I tell them, I'm not one for pain medicine. They tell me go to emergency. I had the one doctor, I switched to a new one. I thought she would help. A black doctor, I changed from a white one to a black one. She told me unless I have cancer, she doesn't give out pain meds. So I gotta look outside because I can't just keep suffering like this and suffering like this. So I got finally a good neurosurgeon, palliative care that they help with pain before the surgeon office. And I found a good young black man who he seen me crying and trying to figure out in my record what's going on. He was like, oh no, we got to try to get you some kind of relief. And I said, yes, I've been going through this. He's like, I see you've been going through this for so long. I said, what do I do? I don't know what else to do. Like, I don't know what else to do. I feel lost. I can't win. And now I got these people telling me that I'm risking my Social Security and my Medicaid that I depend on for medications for the money to pay my little house that I live in. And I can't work. So now I'm supposed to lose all of this. And my grandkids get bullied all the time. My granddaughter got called the N-word. My grandson got bullied to where my granddaughter had to come and smack the little boy in his head and tell him, not my brother, not today. And she's 11. So why do my grandchildren have to go through this anywhere my daughter takes them? Like, it's not making sense to me. I'm Puerto Rican, her dad is black, but she's still human. Like, y'all treating my baby like she's a straight A student. My 11-year-old, my grandson loves school. The other two are too little, but those
And
two are
Denise, if you don't mind, what state are you in? Or did
in
you
New York State.
New York.
in New York State? Okay,
Yep.
yeah, and I have a niece who's Puerto Rican and black,
Yeah.
so it's yeah. So
I'm just
I
tired.
don't go with that. I don't go for that bullying. Let me find a flight. Let me catch a flight real
Right?
fast.
My daughter,
I take
and she
kids.
calls me crying. She's like, Mommy, what do I do? What do I do? Like, everything I work so hard for, I can't, like, I don't know what else to tell her. And we've talked to her. My daughter brought her here, and she's like, Nana. I said, the next time you pick up the closest thing, and I promise you we won't be mad at you because she loves school. So we had to sit down with her for a long time, and my daughter cries. My daughter's like, "Mommy, I don't know what else to." I said, you love her. Keep doing your best, and if it's time to run up, then that's what we'll do.
Denise, I have a question. Are you in the state or you in New York City?
I'm in New York State,
Oh, you're in upstate. What part of upstate New York?
Rochester.
Rochester. All right. What school does she go to?
She goes to Arundecoit Middle.
All right. Do me a favor. Email, inbox me. I have people in New York. I used to be a school safety officer in New York. I'm
Okay,
not there anymore. But also in New York State, I have people who left New York City Police Department and
okay.
work upstate in the schools. So send me your information and I'll get in contact with them.
And guess what? I'm gonna send you my information. I'm gonna give you my daughter's information too. So then you could talk direct, and she could tell you everything that's going on.
See, ain't this connection? See, that's how we black.
Yep,
That's how
that's
we.
what we
I got
do.
goosebumps. If y'all could see me right
Imagine if it
now, I
was
got
presidential,
goosebumps.
how we
I
We
got
roll.
doing the
goosebumps.
Lord's. We doing the Lord's work. That's all.
Yep.
Host, can you block DC 6311 because
I got it. I got it.
before I really go to clicking.
No, but you know what? That's what they expect us to do. So just put laughing emojis, because at the end of the day, we're gonna be on top and they're gonna be stuck in the bottom because they're full of hate and evil.
I don't
And
know.
Denise,
They might like being at the bottom though.
Denise, you know what, baby?
well,
I can
what
I
I
can
will say,
identify with
now,
you with that
good
child
body player.
bullying
Yes.
100% because I have how many three children that are Sri Lankan and black. Two are very dark skinned. No, I'm sorry. One is very dark skinned and the other two is really light skinned.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the darkest one is the oldest, then the middle one, and then it's the baby that they both are light skinned. The middle child, she's one of those timid type of people. She play by herself. She don't need no friends. She don't need no nothing. Well,
Right.
a little boy at her school called her Mexican, pushed her down, and the nurse called called my daughter and told my daughter that she fell. Okay, she fell. When my grandbaby got home, y'all, and my daughter took the bandages off of the wounds where she supposedly just
Oh,
fell,
Jesus.
it looked like somebody had took her by her shirt and scrubbed her across the damn street. My daughter didn't have to say two words to me before Nana was in that car and had that school lit the hell up. Because what you're not gonna do is allow a little discolored boy to
Yep.
interrupt my grandchild when she don't bother nobody, baby. They had to call all of Fort Worth PD and had Crowley. Because what you're not gonna do is allow that to happen. I don't care if
Exactly.
she was Mexican. You're
Exactly.
not
Like
gonna
my
put your hands on her. And I let them know as well as the law enforcement. Baby, I fight kids and all when it comes to mine.
Yep.
And that's what I
Yes,
say. I
I
don't got a
am.
problem going to jail, and I fight other people's kids when it come to mine. I'm not playing. Like I'm
And,
not
it-
playing. Like
and
I
I
had to
promise you,
fight in court.
if it wasn't for my daughter being at that school, I'd have been in jail for child abuse because I was ready to whoop his ass.
Oh, you went for a lighter charge than I did. But like with my son, when my son got killed, the person who crashed him up and stuff into a tree on purpose, because my son again is Puerto Rican and black. Yeah, my son got in trouble when he was 16. He did his little time or whatever. He learned his lesson, and the guy crashed him into a tree. I had to fight just for this guy to go to jail. And then when the time of the sentence, they said, "Oh, we're not going to give him that time. We're going to give him a smaller time." I said, "What?" I said, "That's not what we were telling, like y'all telling me. Like I was with the news people, everything." So it's like I gotta fight harder for them because her brother's not here no more. My son not here no more. I got it, and she got a husband, a wonderful husband. But I can't let their family get disrupted because they got more to lose than I do. I'd rather do that time. I'd rather catch the charge. I'd rather do whatever needs to be done. If I gotta tie a string on this wheelchair, how they used to do minorities back in the days, my chair go fast too. Like I'm Puerto Rican, I'll go to my cousin and have him put a boost on it. I don't care what I gotta do for mine. I will.
Not a
I'll
boost.
put some hydraulics on this mug, and we can really see what's good to go.
I'm trying to tell you.
Tell them.
And like a lot of people, like I went to a lot of businesses in my building trying to show them, because I do sublimation, I do trees, I do all type of stuff. And they look at me, "Oh, you're in a wheelchair. Oh, you got an accent." But watch how I come up after this. Watch how I come up after more than y'all, because y'all sitting here running spaces. I'm trying to own my space, and that's my goal. is trying to own my own building and trying to run my business through there, making my money that nobody's taking from me.
Right.
Like these people, and the crime here is horrible. Like, and we fight for it. We fight for our communities. The
Yeah.
communities come together, but it's only so much marching you can do
And I,
before you
and I
got to
and I
start
want to.
ducking and twisting and turning and hiding. And then these Kia boys, they're running around assaulting people, stealing their cars, crashing into the police, and nothing's being done because our governor and mayor don't want to do their work. The only time our black mayor comes on TV is when he wants to look important to this event.
Uh-huh.
That's a white people event. This event, because that's a white people event. But he's not doing nothing for the community. The same man who was selling drugs for years before they put him in the mayor's office. We know we know his file real good.
Mm-hmm. I
But
can't stand Eric Garner, and I think and what's sad was I moved out of New York right before the election, so I was in Long Island, and
oh,
I
you're
was
in New
like
York
so
City.
mad
Okay.
that they chose him because I was like, he's an op. Do not choose him. He's not for us. He's an op. Now, when we sit there and talk about Kamala
Oh
and
my.
how she's an op, she's actually done things for the community. She's
Right.
actually put stuff in motion to
Yep.
keep black men out of jail.
And they
Where
lie on
Eric
her all
Garner
the
has
time.
not done crap for the city. He has done crap for crime.
Yep.
He just wants to show up and pick up a check.
That's it. That's like our
And
mayor
then we got
here.
this
He governor.
dumbass governor sitting there talking about black kids don't know how to use computers. She
I
needs to be
almost ran through
slapped.
my TV. I promise you. I got in my chair and I'm telling my caregiver, I'm like, yo, I'm mad. You see, I'm sweating. I'm mad. Like, give me
Like she need
something
to
to
be
calm down.
slapped. She hold chill. I swear to God, she better not run again. I swear to
She only
God,
got
she
in,
better not
she
run
only got in
again.
office because they got rid of Andrew Cuomo. If
Yeah, she
Cuomo
got rid
didn't
of.
get
But
kicked
see,
out because of what
Yeah.
they did, she wouldn't have been there.
Yep.
but
That's
see,
what
that's
Andrew
the
And
Cuomo
problem.
did.
A lot of our black community have indoctrinated that, and that's what stems in their head. And they
yep.
feel like, well, if we can't do X, if they're saying we can't do X, Y, Z, then what are we to do? We're just not going to do nothing, and that's not the proper fight method.
Yep.
You show them, you bring them the same heat that they're bringing you, and you show them, yes, we do, yes, we can,
Yep.
because you're not voting, or you're not voting for the right party. You're not educating yourself about what's going on in the world. Then you're proving them right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Like the little missing kids that are here.
Yep.
A whole bunch of little black missing girls, and I post them on my page, on all my social, like Facebook and everything, and they don't care. They be like, oh, 72 hours. A lot of these kids come forward because we get on social media and we share it. Other people share it, and then the kids are like, okay, I'm being looked for. Let me go home. Let me do this because I'm about to get in trouble. But the new little trends they got, and they don't want to do nothing about these Kia boys, they call them, because I guess they steal a whole bunch of Kias, but now they're upgrading.
Well, I know.
Can I interject real quick? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
First and foremost, I want to say, before I say anything else,
Okay.
really quickly, I want to say thank you so much to Lady Couture, Queen Doja, Shawnee H,
Yes.
Nerjama, Storm, Melanated Goddess, you, Denise, and Breadfruit Gal, and everybody else who's been up here today. I want to say thank you all so much because, again, as I stated earlier, so there's no confusion, so people don't think I'm manipulating. As I said earlier, I'm a black cisgender male femme presenting. The conversation begins, and also, hey to my mutuals, hey John, hey Tracy, I saw y'all in here, babies, I see you. I think the conversation begins and ends with this. One, this is our time to really build community in all the ways that we say we want to build community. And these lives and these spaces and these panels are a great place to do that. And I want to just say this really well, kind of quickly. I've been on both ends of the spectrum of what it means to be a black man in this world, and then when people perceive you as a black woman. I've seen what both of those things look like by our white counterparts.
Yep.
It is exhausting. It is tiring. It is a burden to bear. It is a lot. However, the only thing that we really have control over is how we bear our burdens and how we choose to let them bear us.
Well,
So
Sun
what?
Kiss Prince, I love y'all because y'all got y'all a whole vibe. Transgender, they engaged, they a whole vibe. I don't care what nobody say because before I couldn't walk, I used to be up in them little bars chilling with y'all instead because y'all a whole vibe. I love y'all.
Yep.
And baby, and we love you too, over a billion served.
Like y'all a whole vibe. I'm not even gonna
and
front.
I mean this wholeheartedly. When you look at what we're doing right now, people are like, well, she's not going to do this, and she's not going to do that. It doesn't matter. If you care about freedom and democracy, because you are
Exactly.
intertwined, you're going to do what you can, because we are always all the time so concerned about us ourselves individually. What about
Mm-hmm.
us as a community? What about us as a people who have to be on this spinning rock in the middle of this, in the outer space, just twirling? How do you want to spend your days? Do you want to spend it knowing that you have the freedom to go out and do certain things, or do you want to spend it knowing that somebody you can't make a decision for yourself based on what is decided for you? Because again, if that's what we wanted, we would have never separated from England. We would not be the
Exactly.
United States of America. And my thing is this: in these spaces of education, we're also educating and supporting each other. We're also uplifting each other. Now is this time. Kamala has done something that has not been experienced for a long time, that a lot of people are saying. She's inspired hope. She has inspired hope. And everybody's talking about some, well, what about her record? Her record is going to speak for itself because she has done the work. And she did the work for the last 4 years as vice president. And we actually saw the culmination of what she has been learning on how to be a president yesterday. Joe Biden has been in civil service for 54 years. And at 82, 81, 82, said, I want to do a second term. But for the good of democracy, I am stepping down because I don't want to jeopardize that. For
And
all
I
of those
cried.
reasons, and I cried too. I cried, and I love Joe, but he's a great man. But we really saw the extent of his greatness yesterday, because how many people do you know would openly, and I mean this wholeheartedly, not just give up the power of the presidency, but give up essentially what is now, due to the Supreme Court, unchecked power?
Yep.
How many people do you know honestly would do that?
Not. I don't think so. Like
Right.
that man that he stood is. He wanted to run, but he understood the risk. He just
He
for him.
knew.
Yeah.
And he is a true patriot, because my thing has always been this: he's 81 years old and he got back into the race to fight for the democracy and the soul of our country, when he
Yep.
could have said, hey, love y'all down, y'all got it from here.
Because I don't think if the orange person would have tried to run again, I think he would have stepped down already. But to fight against him,
I don't think he would have. I don't think he would have ran again. I really, and if we got into 20, I don't think he would have ran again if it wasn't for God. And I mean that wholeheartedly. Because originally he said he was going to be a transitional president, and then he waited, and he played the long game. One thing about Joe Biden, that's a true motherfucking politician, because he played 3D Chinese chess, checkers, whatever you want to call it.
he went to the casino and blew it out of the water.
Right. He put his ego aside for country. That's the thing. When he asked us yesterday, he essentially asked us, are we willing to do the same thing? Are we willing to stand up for ourselves? Because now is our time. It's on us at the end of the day. That's why we say we're here to educate. We're educating to the best of our ability over the next 4 months. Kamala's going to run her campaign. Trump is going to run his, and we see how well that is going.
Candace Owen is a sellout.
Somebody
Pies
block
knows real
Pies.
I
estate.
know, because ain't
Candace
nobody
Owens is
finna
not a
follow
black
her.
woman. She's a sellout. Get off.
I'd rather walk into the room
rather,
before I follow Candace
I'd
Owens.
rather
Be for
stand on
real.
my head and whistle Dixie out my ass before
I'd
I
rather
sit
put
up
a hot
here.
stick go down my throat and put one somewhere else too before I'm done.
I'd rather suck dick through a motherfucking straw before
There
I
you go.
follow Candace
So
motherfucking
Paz
Owens.
knows real
I'll
estate. You
be
need to find something to do.
goddamn.
Buzz.
I'd rather eat a cactus. A cactus
Okay,
tree.
because one thing
Are
we're
y'all
not
making
going to do.
videos? Because I just want to see the video.
I was with
Not show the
Have
proof.
mercy.
Yeah, that's where the character
I
gotta
can't
grow.
stand
Some
it.
people
It
do not.
happen if ain't no receipts, damn it. I need to see the video. Shit.
I'm just, but I'm just
Okay, how about
saying.
this? I send you videos when I have my surgery. I go see the surgeon next week on Monday, praying and praying they can at least be pain free. If I can't walk again, I'm cool with it. Just be pain free so I can open my business and live life outside this bed.
Honey, you are healed by the stripes of Jesus. That's
That's
all I'm
it.
gonna say, honey. And
And,
Thank
whatever
you.
it shall be, honey.
and, I, and, I'm,
You
and,
got
I'm,
this.
and I'm going to close
Thank
it on this. Whatever we do or don't do outside of this live, outside of this, even if this is all that you do, you are still contributing to the fight to inform and for the fight for freedom and democracy by showing up and being present, even willing to engage. Because there are some people who don't even want to do that because they are so set in what they believe that they don't think there's anything outside of that, and that's the difference. No matter whether you who you vote for, whatever the case may be, at the end of the day, we understand democracy and freedom is at stake. It doesn't need to be. It's going to be repeated over the next 4 months because it is true, and that does not take away from the overall message. But the message of this is it matters what you do and what you do for others, because the only way we can continue to do good is if we choose to do good for the betterment of our fellow man. Not ourselves all the time, but for the betterment of our fellow man. Because the thing is, as humans, we're designed to grow and evolve and learn, and you cannot do that if you're in a silo in and of yourself.
And Shani, I just wanted to give you a hug because, like the lady said, it was not your fault, my love, at all. That was just
Ignorance, man.
I feel like I also want it to be known that when you see a room of strong-willed people that are passionate about something, we might, say certain things, make certain, because we of color, we have facial expressions. Stop making that anger.
Yep.
That
I
doesn't
blocked
mean that I'm
everyone that
angry.
said that shit. I
I'm
blocked
pa-
everyone. Blockanda.
I'm passionate about something. And so just because I assert myself doesn't mean that I'm angry with my sister that did not know, that is not informed. I pray for her regardless. I pray for her because some of us still have shadow work that we need to do on self because some of the pain is so deeply rooted that we can't even see what's in front of us because we're looking at everything else as if it's something to attack us. So I still pray for her regardless of how she feel. So I never want nobody to think that we just up here just trying to be mean girl. No, that's not what it is. It's just passion. And
Look at Breadfruit Gal, for real.
That's like you gotta listen to what others tell you to learn too. Like you gotta listen. Other people not trying to steer you wrong, but listen to the words. Just don't get offended like somebody's attacking. Listen to the words, and maybe it'll click in your brain a little bit.
That goes back to a lot of us have grown up in a certain type of setting that when somebody asserts themselves, we immediately get on defense. And sometimes we have to understand that certain conversations we may not be ready for the adult table at that time. And that's absolutely okay. Know when to dismiss yourself and just sit and listen. Even if you don't agree, you can still take something away from it. Like, I ain't like that. Maybe if they would, learn something. Because even at 38, I'm still yet learning. Every day is an opportunity for me to learn something different about myself and those that I congregate around. I still can learn off each other. But I'm not going to allow myself to ever go backwards and be closed-minded because I lost so much. So I'd rather listen to receive and not always listen to respond.
That's it. That's why I've always said I'll talk to a Trump supporter because I want to sit down and figure out what's going on, what's in your mind. Do you know what's at stake? Do you know this, that, and the third? If we're willing to have a civil conversation, then I'm good. And Breadfruit guys, you have not. Hello.
Hi. Hey, friend.
Hey, mama.
I just wanted to say, the what y'all are talking about. When I talk to people who believe in Trump, I'll just say that they honestly be regular people with listening situations. Like they can't listen, they can't comprehend past their emotions, and I think that's one of the skills that is missing at school, like intellectual context and all that different type of stuff. So sitting down with them and actually having a conversation, you find out like y'all both like fishing, ATVs, or country stuff, and it's like, well, so why do you have a problem with me? Because you don't understand, like, my blackness, you don't understand the history, and when I try to tell you, you don't want to listen. Half of it is them not wanting to listen, but just like Queen said, it's sometimes they don't be ready to listen. But ain't nobody got time to
raised to think one way and one way only, and that's why your life is not going to be what it's going to be.
And again, it is not your responsibility, nor your job, nor your duty, because you are not clocking in and cashing a check to try to help somebody to take them to the motherland with you. If they miss the boat,
and Julie, ain't nobody even talking.
That is on them.
And
Who?
Julie C.
another
Gen
thing.
X. I see her.
Julie C.
I
Wait for
Jenks,
think
her to say
you want
something
to come
pretty
on
out
here
of
and get it
pocket
ran
at this
down on
point.
YouTube?
Okay,
and
because you can show
Oh,
another thing
today
that's
is the
going
day.
on too is that a lot of people just not ready for truth. They
Yeah.
rather stay in
Exactly.
la la land. They rather be told what to say, do, when, how, and where. And I think that's why a lot of these women, be it black, white, Mexican, whatever, are still voting for Trump because they don't know what to do on their own. They don't know what to do without their husbands and boyfriends telling them what move to make, how to go here or there. A lot of times people are just simply not ready to face the truth about themselves because if you face the truth about something that you are opposed to, you're gonna have to also face the truth about what you're holding within yourself.
Yep.
And a lot of people just not ready for that.
it's
You know,
hard. It's
in
I mean,
order,
you can look at those.
yeah, in order for a lot of these people to understand the platform that Kamala Harris is running, they will have to look at it and be like, you know what is wrong with my understanding of what's going on? Why am I
Julie,
making it about X, Y, and Z when this lady is trying to give everybody a chance to make it in the
But
United
but
States?
you but you see the first piece of that is that requires people to do the inner work, and that requires them to turn the mirror back up themselves and say,
Uh-oh,
okay, well,
Lord.
what's wrong with me? And people are not
Oh,
necessarily
shoot.
sometimes willing to do that work.
Because some people are not. I said this a while ago that some people are afraid of success. Some people are afraid to move forward. Some people are comfortable standing still and allowing somebody else to steer their plane. And for those people, the only thing we can do is pray for them. I have had plenty of conversations with, and I'm proud because they're no longer supporting him, but I have had plenty of conversation back and forth that started ugly in my comment section and turned into them now being mutuals. Because you're at the end of the day, you stand your ground, and I ain't never gonna tell the other side to not stand theirs. But when you come with receipts now. But
Right.
stand your ground in
Now,
what it is you believe in.
Right.
hold on, Doja. So, Julie, you say that it's hard to believe in something different when you've been taught one way all your life.
I understand
So
that
you,
though.
and I get that, and I do get that because there are a lot of people that are taught to think a certain way. So, do you not want to change that, Julie? I just want to know,
Or learn different.
You
or
know
learn
what? My,
different.
my thing is this. Quit using it as a crutch
Mm.
because we all grow
Mm.
up and you grow up to know right from wrong. I don't care what you taught. You grow up to know right from wrong. And you grow up to know that, look, this don't look right. It don't sound right. People are being hurt behind this. So all that, oh, it's hard to know. It's not because we were taught. We were all taught something. Our parents instilled something in all of us, and then as we grew up to be an adult with people, we learned. Okay, you know what? Maybe that's how it was back then, but this is how it's going now. So
Right.
in order, being ignorant is not an excuse.
Hold
I'll
on,
say,
Julie. I'm
I'll
gonna ask
say,
you. I'm gonna
I'll
ask you
say,
one. Oh, sorry. What?
before you say something,
Yes, ma'am.
I can understand I can understand both sides of the coin because those of us, when you are ready to do better, you think and you move better. However, when you have been deeply rooted into, if I move differently, how might my family look at me? So you try to stay in line to what it is you were taught. It's different for certain people. However,
I wasn't
you
really
have to do what's right for you. If you can say and look in the mirror when you brush your teeth and agree that the decisions that you make are aligned with who you are as a person, then that is a you thing that you're going to have to worry about when it comes time for the pearly gates. But if you can say that this is how you were taught and it no longer aligns with you morally, you're going to have to choose you and walk away from that. You're going to have to walk away from it because God in heaven know it's hard sometimes walking away from things that family taught you. Because I trust, I feel all of us can understand. It's hard. Sometimes it's like, Dad, my grandma said this all my life. Them heifers told me I was this all my daggone life, and I had to learn something different. I had to learn something different, and I chose differently. But it's a you thing at the end of the day. I'm not going to condemn you because that's how you feel. You have to face your own demons when you go to sleep at night.
I'm not
And
gonna condemn
I'm not going
her,
to condemn you, but I'm going to
but
ask you
she
this
needs to
question.
understand that she is in a black space centering herself.
I want to ask you this question because you said sometimes it's hard to unlearn things. I'm going to ask this
It
question,
ain't hard, just do it.
and whether you be cool to come out of a bag on me, I want you to let this settle in your spirit for everybody up in here on this good nigga day.
I'm gonna spit out my soda.
What
Please
what
spare
is it
me, okay?
that you
My side hurts.
what is the thing that you are possibly afraid of that you're going to learn about yourself if you take a different point of view by looking inward? What is the thing that you're afraid you're going to have to admit to yourself by doing that inner work? What is the thing that you are afraid from the traumas that you have possibly experienced in your life that you may unearth by doing the work that is meant for you to do?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I'm going to leave it.
And don't do it in a black person space.
And that's the thing we be talking about. You come into a space like this, and it's like that's why we say, read the room.
Yeah.
Read the room.
He took the whole
Because
conversation
they
and
don't
made
have
it about her.
community.
I didn't
Yeah.
grow up
One
this way.
thing
I
that
didn't
they
do
do not
that.
have.
I didn't do
Do y'all see
this.
how? And this is what irritates me about them. Do y'all see how she's
Go to
now
therapy then.
backpedaling? Now
Yes,
she's backpedaling. The white woman tears, babe. Come on now. Come
I was
on
raised in the
now.
president's family, corrupt, and they were
I don't.
racist. And
Me personally, I'm very hard on those people because you know what? I don't care. Because at the end of
I
the
know.
day, you come into a black space talking about what you learned. We all learned. What
Oh,
that mean?
Wepa,
It's not about you, and that's the problem. That's the problem.
wepa,
It's
but
not
if you
otra
about
want to
you.
listen
We're
and was
talking
listening before,
community,
keep
and
doing
you
that.
come here talking about what your parents taught you. That
This
is
is a black
crazy. How is
space.
what they taught you
We
gonna
have a
help what we
black
talking
host.
about?
Yes, girl, this a black space. Be respectful. That's what we telling you to do
You see
now.
all the
Thank you,
black
Taylor.
people in
Taylor
here.
block Doja.
But you know the crazy thing about it,
I can't.
she
Y'all do this
kept
all the
saying,
time.
I
I
just
see.
came in here to listen. Like if you just came here to listen, why do you
Then
keep
you wouldn't be
commenting? Just
speaking.
fucking
Exactly.
listen.
right, Shani,
And they
right.
all
She's
do
an
that.
op.
That's
She's
it.
an
That's
op because
all.
although she
They
doesn't want
all come
everybody
into a
affected.
space.
100% with what Doja said, for sure, and what Melanated Goddess said, for sure. It's not that I be wanting to fight y'all all the time. It's
That's what
just
Julie
that
looks. That's
y'all
how Julie.
be.
I'm
She
sorry.
be ready.
No, I see her too, because that's how everybody looking. Like you lack
Yep.
self awareness. You just
It's
you
like,
in black
well,
Shani
space
said it
and
right
you
though.
but
talking
give,
Shani
still.
definitely said
it's
it
like, well,
right.
give me a pass because I was brought up this way. Okay,
And
we
I'm
That's
not.
Wepa.
how
understand, but
Julie.
you well in
That's
your
how
40s
Julie looks
now. You
right
should know better.
Well,
Thank you.
Mhm.
let's take it back to the old school.
That's Karen.
My grandma used to say, "The enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy, and
Yep.
distract." So the only way that they can
Steady.
have power is if we give it to them. So
Yep.
let her type away in the comments or dismiss it. We're not
Right,
going to
Latoya
dismiss
True
the
Booty.
energy.
Yeah, do you?
Exactly.
But that just goes to show how they will derail a conversation
Yep. Every time.
every
Every
time.
time
Have to make it about
opportunity.
them. I wasn't raised this way. Well, I did this and my family and that. All of that's great, but this is
Nobody
not the
cares.
space that we're talking about that.
Take it to your
You
journal.
know what?
Go
At
sit
the end of the
down
day,
in
what
your
I'm trying to
little,
figure out is
cable
Yep,
And I'm
knit.
gonna also
exactly,
say for this, you know how
breadfruit.
people say I'm
Exactly.
praying for you, baby. Don't pray for me. Pray for the opposition. She is the
What?
opposition.
Still,
Be
she was
blessed.
saying,
do that.
she was saying that she was raised that way. Some things is just hard when you raised a certain way. So you mean to tell me that you was raised to go against your own best interest just to codify or align with a man? Be for real. And
Exactly.
if you are, then what type of woman are you to stand in that?
Exactly.
Because that's what
And
we're
it
talking
shouldn't be
about.
Okay,
that
because
hard.
and the
It
other piece of this
shouldn't be that hard.
conversation,
Not
It
on that
shouldn't be.
aspect.
and
It shouldn't be. And
Because
she's
if
like,
she
well,
put
I'm
herself
afraid.
first, it wouldn't be going with the white man.
but the thing is
It
this,
wouldn't be
but the
putting
thing is,
herself first.
but the thing is this: are we talking in a space of where?
What the
And this is
fuck?
why people said they're worried about how this vote is going to turn out with Kamala and white women, because we are seeing that white women will prioritize their whiteness over their womanhood, and
Yep. Every time.
They
that's where
won't.
the
They won't.
conversation
That's something they
begins
won't
and
do.
ends.
That's
Look, the
something they won't
biggest
do.
problem is that we had a first black president, man, Obama, and now we're gonna get a first female black president, and that's their problem. They don't
They
want
don't
to see
like
that.
that.
They don't want to see that. They don't want to see that. They don't want to see it.
But you know what?
Oh,
To those women, I say this, baby, listen up.
baby.
All the white people come to the front. Vote for who you want to. Just don't come back on here crying about the outcome.
Thank you. Oh, you know what? Clock that T6.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because
Yeah,
we
but
tried
these,
to
When
get
you
you
I
hear
guys
mean,
to
now,
I
now,
understand.
believe,
like,
but wait,
We
do
Because
tried
these,
to get them to understand when this Roe v. Wade thing was going on.
right.
Vote blue. Across the
oh my
board, we kept
God.
saying that. What did they do? They went right in
Still,
there and voted them right back in and then came on
and
here
sure
crying talking about
did.
Handmaid's Tale.
like we
That
couldn't
is
see the
y'all's
stats.
fault.
Like
Yep.
we
That
couldn't
is
see the
y'all's fault.
numbers.
So you
That
can vote
is
for whoever you want to. You can go
Yep.
and pull out Pluto or whoever you want to pull out. But when
Daffy
your
Duck.
family is being impacted with this, don't come back on here crying talking about you knew no better because you want to get in these comments and talk crazy when
Go
people are
ahead
trying
and
to
let his
educate
body.
you
And I
about
and,
what you need to know about the person you voting for.
and I
You
love
know
that
how you was
argument. Talking
raised
about,
don't
well,
have
we
nothing to
didn't
do with
know.
that.
Well,
that's what the
I
white
didn't
women looking
know.
like. That's what
Yep.
they look like right now.
Talk about, well, I didn't know, baby. What did you think was happening from 2016 to 2020? If that
How
wasn't your
could
wake
you
up call,
not
sis, at this
know?
point you in a coma or you
It
on your
didn't
Mm-hmm.
affect
deathbed.
them,
I'm
y'all. It didn't
sorry.
affect them.
Like,
That's why they don't care. That's why they be sitting up here looking like, oh no, help me now. When we've been sitting
Mm-hmm.
up
girl,
here,
you
what
don't
an
have a pot to
opportunity.
piss in or a window to throw it
And
out
it's
of.
and
I'ma
it's
help you.
What an opportunity to sit up here and listen to a bunch of black people and of all different intersectionality give their experience and vibe with each
Mm-hmm.
other. And you sitting up here centering yourself?
And you know what's
Mm-hmm.
even more crazy is the fact that these women really think that, oh, well, that's not gonna that is mainly for the black community.
Okay.
Baby, it's
It's
for all of
it's for
us.
you too.
It's gonna
Exactly.
hit
You
all of
know
us.
what's
It's
really
gonna hit all
crazy?
of our children. It's gonna hit all of our grandchildren, and it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
hit many, many, many generations before then. Because what people need to
Mm-hmm.
understand is Donald Trump has said out his own mouth he is going to be a dictator, and we
Yep.
all know that 2020 he did not want to come out that office. So guess who
At
you're gonna be
all.
stuck with?
Yep.
Guess who your loved ones are going to be stuck with? So even
Mm-hmm.
if it is about AB rights, so what? God gave us these bodies and we have damn sure have the right to fight for it. We're fighting for ours and yours because you're too
Mm-hmm.
scared to move out. So if
Mm-hmm.
you're
Yeah.
not going to vote for the right party, keep it to yourself and get out the damn way.
And
Oof.
don't get on here crying.
Yeah. You
Right.
know what's
And
But
really
then
I,
you
crazy?
know the
you know
Baby,
what
crazy
you
I
get
thing
up here
about
do?
it
crying, all I'm
too.
have for you is sorrow, sorrows,
Can I do
prayers,
my
prayers.
business right now?
Miss
Can I do
Bradford, we
my
turn our
business?
heads at the side
Oh
at the
yeah,
same
go ahead.
time.
Can I
Go
do
ahead,
my
Joe. Do your mind
business?
business.
Yeah,
Yep,
I'm
go
gonna do
ahead.
my business.
Oh Lord.
Doja.
Queen Doja oh my
We
goodness.
should never be
Why you
putting
The
these.
my
Doja, give me
business
your
that I'ma
phone.
do.
Give me your phone, Doja. No, no.
Somebody
No.
said they was
Listen,
gonna do
Listen
it.
to
listen,
her.
listen,
Listen to
Linda. Listen, Linda. Okay,
Everybody on mute.
everybody on mute. Listen, there's 101 people in here. My girl's not at 50K. I don't know what y'all doing. Like, we need to be
Like and
tapping.
tap or whatever.
Tapping, tapping, tapping. And if you ain't tapping, sharing. Sharing, all right? My business.
Ernest Karen.
Queen
Fuck
Doja,
you.
you gonna go on punishment.
Doja. Doja.
Go
If you
pick a switch.
if you don't remove this bad built butch body, this
Oh,
motherfucker.
Oh Lord have mercy.
Oh my god. Oh my god, my stomach.
She be stressing y'all out. Queen Lord Jesus. You be
oh,
Oh
I'm
stressing
Lord,
me
here we
crying.
out.
go with
Lord.
this. You know
Oh
what? Let me get in
God.
my chair now because I'm gonna have to use the bathroom messing with her.
Doja, what is going on?
He said, let me get my chair down. He's sick.
You know another point that I never understood either with the MAGA supporters is they're all trying to build on Christianity, and I was raised in church. I am a PGK because I was the grandchild in the
Same.
church. My family still got their churches out here in Arizona, but in the Bible it says that you should not idolize or put no man before me. And y'all literally are calling Trump Jesus.
Blasphemy.
He is
Mm-hmm.
y'all new God. That is crazy. That is blasphemy. How can y'all say something that goes against the very thing that y'all trying to put in policy?
That's
It
cult
is
like
weird.
activity.
And I don't
Like that's
understand
Jim
it.
Jones. That's Jim Jones. That's
Yep.
Jim Jones.
Crazy.
That's Jim Jones. That's
Yep.
that Jonestown. That's that Jonestown mentality. I'm telling you, and
Oh
I
my
tell
And
Lord.
people
they
with
literally idolize him.
Christianity that was built on slavery and how they basically beat that into our ancestors. Because I tell people the point of no return, that dungeon, there was a church on top of that. There were priests that were on top of that.
Yep.
They had them captivated in that doom, in that dungeon, and would throw. They would make them as savages
Yeah.
because they would throw food and everything down there to where they had to fight. Doja,
When I
we
seen
can never be
hard.
serious.
No.
Dang.
When I seen that video, that broke my heart. I could not believe that. I could
Yeah.
not believe that.
It's even like what's crazy for me is
He
now
looked
I
like
do want to
Franklin
make
the
it.
Turtle.
He do. I do want to make it to Ghana one day. But when I went to Cuba, I went to Havana, Cuba in 2019, and they took us on a little tour, and they took us into the town. And when they took us into the town, they took us to the area where they sold the slaves. They took us to the area where they was so they had them on there on the slave. Then they took us to the slave house, and then there was an opening across from the slave house, and there was opening where there was a boat where they came and picked them up and they took them over to Louisiana. When I tell you that whole entire area, when I tell you I felt when I tell you I was about to start crying because I felt that energy and I'm like, oh my God. So I can just imagine over in Ghana at the point of no return. That's where it started. Oh my God. Absolutely. Like it's crazy. It's a lot. And then I can't stand when some people, the palm code people try to say, oh, it was all a lie.
How? How was it?
Doja!
You're not.
Doja.
Wow.
We
Hey,
got to
hey,
be
hey.
serious.
It's oh my god.
Queen Doja, you gotta stop because I can't about to lose a lung. Is about to pop out laughing
I'm
so
not
hard.
gonna lie to you. They do look like they could be some kin to each other.
They
I'm not
do
gonna
though, like
hold
for
you.
real.
They look
They
like they
do.
could be kin to each
Hey,
other.
Oh
Latoya.
Lord have mercy.
Welcome.
Look what you done put up now. Oh Jesus.
Welcome, Latoya.
Who is closer
Hey.
to her? Take her phone,
Latoya.
somebody right
Everybody
now.
on
Take
mute.
her phone.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Everybody on mute real quick.
Y'all can hear me?
Yes.
Oh, hey everybody.
Hi. Hey, girl.
Hey. First of all, those are about to give me an asthma attack.
Right?
These goddamn pictures. Okay. I got asthma, ma'am. I need you to cut it out. Okay.
I can't. Dang.
Listen, I did want to come on and commend you ladies for this for having this platform.
Thank you.
When I first jumped on the live, we were talking. I remember, Doja said something about people who were telling her why they voted for Trump, and most of them were saying it's because of the stimulus he gave them. And that was one of the things that I wanted to point out. Donald Trump ain't give y'all a stimulus.
Yep. That's what we keep saying.
Donald Trump ain't want to give y'all a stimulus.
Yep.
Donald Trump blocked the stimulus. That's why it took so long for us to get it.
Yep.
When the first people who blocked it was the House of Representatives, the Republican House, because they did not like the Senate. The Senate was I don't know if it was Democratic or if it was like a tie, but it was the amount that the Senate originally introduced. They said was too much.
Yep.
So the House of Representatives originally blocked the first push through. And then when they agreed on an amount, because remember, the government went into a shutdown because of the stimulus. When they finally agreed on an amount, he then said, I'm not signing this. And at first, it wasn't for any other reason other than the fact that he just didn't want to do it. And then I guess, I don't know if his political advisors told him, well, hey, if you, this is a re-election year. So if you want to make sure the people vote for you, you need to sign sign this bill for the stimulus to go out to the American people. Then he said, okay, I'll sign it, but my name have to be on it. So in order so that the American people can be fooled into believing like this came out of his personal checking account. And it didn't. So once they got over that hurdle, then we got a stimulus. and the stimulus came from Congress. The president cannot pass a law on his own.
Yep.
I am a student. I'm getting my master's in legal studies right now as we speak.
Come on, master.
Okay. All right.
Thank you. And what we just talked about was the system of the federal government and how the three branches of government work with their checks and balances. And the president cannot pass a law on his own.
Nope.
Neither can Congress. That's what checks and balances mean. Means somebody got to check it out to make sure that shit balance out. It does not mean that so when they say shit like the president ain't do nothing, a Democratic president can't do anything with a Republican Congress.
Nope. Sure can't.
That's it.
Sure can't.
And vice versa. Well, that's not necessarily true because the Democratic Congress is more for the people. So they won't block bills that a Republican president is trying to pass that is for the people.
Right. That's why I hate the saying the lesser of two evils. I'm like, how? The
That
Republicans are the one that's trying to take away everything, not the Democrats.
And
That
if we
part.
go back even further, when they try to bring up,
Doja.
the Republican Party, the Republican Party is the one who freed the slaves. Y'all think they wanted to?
Nope.
No.
They fought a
They
whole war
wanted
about
to
this
the Civil War.
So what these people don't even understand is this. Back then, when the slaves were free, the Democrat and the Republican switched out. They switched sides. So we're still working, even though they're Democrats, we are still working with the same people, the same party that was working back then when they were freeing the slaves. That's the 2 points that they don't get. It's the same party, babes. They just switched names. They switched sides, but it's the same thing, the same people.
Exactly, because when they wanted to end the Civil War, and they knew the only way they could end the Civil War and call a truce was if they freed the slaves, because one of the reasons why the war jumped off was because of slavery. That was it. If they could have ended the Civil War without freeing the slaves, guess what the fuck would have happened?
Exactly.
We'll still be singing in the fields.
Oh no, but you would have had
That's
to
in
shoot.
Abraham Lincoln's when a letter that he wrote. He said that if he could have stopped it without freeing the slaves, he would have.
He would have. So so miss me with that. The parties actually switched during the civil rights movement. That's when the parties actually switched.
Yep.
Okay.
Because
Did we were supposed to learn this in economics, right?
we learned this in American government, and for me, my favorite subject in school was history, and I'm an avid
same.
reader, so I go down the rabbit hole. And what gets me, what's funny is when I tell people in 10th grade, I remember in 1995, I was in 10th grade. I'm 43.
Look good, girl.
Thank you. I saw the movie Panther. It's called Panther, right?
Okay.
And I saw the movie first. And then that same year, went to class. A couple of weeks later, my English teacher was like, okay, we got to do a research project. You can do it on anything you want about Black history. Mm-hmm. And so, most kids back then, Malcolm X, Harriet Tubman, Martin Luther King, like everybody did the same. And so me, since I had just saw this movie and I was so interested in these people because I had never been taught about these people. I had no clue who these people were. I went down the rabbit hole and I did my research paper on the Black Panther Party. So that's who I am. That's the type of person that I am. I even wrote to the NAACP because you go look for the books on the Black Panthers and you don't find them. So I had to reach out and touch somebody else. So that is one of those things where, with us, we have to want to know more outside of what they're teaching us. They're not going to teach us everything because
I
it's going to
motherfucking
make them
concur.
look bad. And
I
that
concur.
and that's the problem. Like, did you know that COINTELPRO was created because of the Panthers?
I'm like you. I went all the way to the bottom.
Did you know that the government, the Republican Party at the time, enlisted the Colombian guerrillas
I know what you're talking about. Yup.
to flood the black community with
The
drugs
drug. Yeah.
to
They was doing
disband
testing on us.
to disband the Black Panther Party? Did you know that the Black Panther Party, it created the WIC program that y'all getting y'all milk and eggs, and the Black Panther Party created
I know that one
the
now.
WIC
Okay.
program. Did
Okay,
you
baby.
know?
What color was the Black
I'm
Panther?
picking up what you're putting down. You're talking about it.
Did
Okay,
you
because some of y'all that
know
was talking
that the
shit
black
about that box of
Kiki, I
government
was just
cheese
gonna
that was
say, King
feeding
Kevin,
you.
I was just gonna say, did you know the Black Panther Party created the free school lunch program?
Yes, I was getting
The
ready to ask
Black
you
Panther
this. I heard
Party
that part.
created before school and after school programs.
You better come
Did
on.
you, y'all, but they don't tell you this. What they tell you is, Bobby
They a
Seale
terrorist group.
and what is his name? God damn it. Oh my God, Huey Newton were drug dealers, and they were gang leaders. Did you know that the Crips and the Bloods came from the Black Panther Party?
He shot out Bobo C.
Initially, was the initial reason for gangs, quote unquote, was to bring us out of that drug mentality. But of course, you always got the niggas, and I'm gonna call them that.
You could say it again for good measure.
That don't see shit past money. And I say a motherfucker who will do anything for money is a dangerous person.
That's it. Bitch, if you talk about some, well, I'm doing like my ancestors did. I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul. Bitch, no, you robbing me to pay you, motherfucker.
Exactly.
Don't play in my face like that.
And
Of all the
so-
things we're going to do, we're not going to do that.
So what we have to do is when people sit here and say, "Oh, why we can't just agree to disagree?" There's certain things I can agree to disagree on, right? I can agree to disagree that you can date white men, and that's fine. I just don't. It has nothing to do with anything other than the fact that I'm just not attracted to them. We can agree to disagree on interracial relationships. We can't not agree to disagree on my kids' freedom. We cannot agree to disagree on police immunity. We cannot agree to disagree on a Roe v. Wade. That's not, no. It's either we is or we ain't. I can't agree to disagree with you on that.
Yeah,
There is nothing that Trump has said that we can agree to disagree on.
No.
It's all human rights stuff. Like, what do you mean? I don't. These women be like, well, you need to feed your own children. This is what the white women around here say in my area. You need to be worried about feeding your own children during the summer. And so I'm like, so if that was you, right? If that was you and your child, and y'all was hungry, didn't have a place to stay, that's plenty of people's reality nowadays. And somebody told you, well, you just need to find a way.
Well, white women are the most recipients of government assistance.
Welfare, period.
Welfare, period.
I mean, you know,
That's fake news.
And I want to say this, and I'm about to have to drop panel. First and foremost, I love y'all. I'm down. Do you hear me? Like 4 flats on a Cadillac and 10 toes down. But before I leave, because I am a nigga to my core, let me knock some shit over before I go. Now, for some of you people in the comments talking about, well, why did, and I just saw this one, it disappeared. Well, why didn't Kamala codify Roe v. Wade? First and foremost, educate yourself. Secondly, y'all so concerned about codifying da-da-da-da-da-da. For those of you that are hobnobbing and rubbing elbows with the right MAGAs, why don't you go over there and ask your white counterparts why their Republican picks, the one that y'all are riding for, didn't do what they were supposed to do. Because everybody loves to bring up the border, not understanding that that border bill was written by a Republican, a conservative Republican, by two conservative Republicans, and then it was shot down because Donald Trump told them to do it, to vote against their own interests, because if he is elected president, he wants that win for himself. And we talk about being in it. Are you in it for the business of yourself? Or are you in it for the business of the people? Look at the two candidates, and then you come to your own conclusion. With that, I'm out. Love, peace, chicken grease. Love you niggas. Good.
Bye, Prince.
Bye, Sucky.
Bye.
Oh, I love him.
I'm telling you.
And people forget that Obama almost codified Roe, but we didn't give him a Congress to pass that through. And the Democrats were the ones, the conservative Democrats were the ones who blocked it. They basically told him, we're not going to do that. You're going to do Obamacare.
Right, exactly. He had to pick.
So he had to choose what was the lesser of the
He had to pick what was, so he had to pick. Obamacare was necessary.
He also had for those who said he had it in 2009, he also had a financial crisis in 2009. Remember the banks defaulted? Do you remember that?
And that was because of Bush before
Right.
he get a stimulus
I
check.
was just
That
finna say
stupid war for weapons of mass nothing.
But don't nobody want to talk about the reason why 9/11 happened, and that was
Right.
because of Bush. Ooh,
No.
nobody want to talk
Nobody
about
sitting there
talking about
looking
that.
how
crazy as hell
we're a bunch of
amongst
arms
their rubble.
dealers.
Nobody want to talk about how Bush stole 2000's election.
Yep.
Oh,
That was my first election.
that part.
That shit pissed me
Mine
off.
too. That was
What was that
mine
guy's
too.
name? Jim Carrey? Is that
Mine too. Al Gore.
Yeah.
Al Gore?
Al Gore was the candidate. I remember being like 19 years old
I
and
was
so
18. Yes, I was so
disheartened. Disheartened.
That was my first election.
Disheartened. That's when I was like, you know what? It's corrupt as fuck. It's corrupt as fuck. But you know, I still vote because that's what my ancestors fought for.
Yeah, it's too
Like,
many
I
of us
can't-
done died trying to get that right.
I cannot never not vote and vote in every election because I know the sacrifice that my family has made to give me that right to vote.
Yeah.
It'd be like spitting on my ancestors' face, and I cannot do that. I cannot sit there and meet them in the promised land and be like, yeah, I ain't do nothing. Like, they be
Right,
like,
but I complained all the time. I made
Right?
sure I was in the complaint section. But I wasn't voting because, for the people.
mm-hmm.
Did you name say anything about this being mine?
Yeah.
Mine?
Yes, yours.
Doja, if you don't get that daggone screen, talk on it.
I'd be scared as hell if I walked in the house and seen that. No lie.
I know her husband. I know. What's her name? Margie Taylor. I know her husband be scared every time he come in the house.
Right?
Child, he be laying in the bed looking at her like,
What?
Each one there built Butch body.
And then she got the nerve to make videos lifting weights. Like, ma'am.
Like
stop lifting them,
that's
please.
the
Do some
problem.
yoga. Get some curves. Something.
Girl, I was like, what the hell is she doing? That don't help your cause. That don't help your cause. That
But
don't.
you know what though? I think about all the reasons why she even won in Georgia, and I was like, it's too many. The same group of white women they here in Florida. And I don't know if y'all knew that the daughters of what is it? The daughters of
The Daughters of Liberty.
yes, that one of them.
Confederacy or something
Them
like
people
that?
is crazy. You hear me? They're already down here in Florida banning books. They tried to close a library, right? And I'm not gonna say they was responsible, but let's be for real. And Altamont Springs, I believe, and the side that the library was on our side. If you understand what I'm saying, it was needed by a lot of people, kids, whether they was homeless trying to catch some AC, it's water fountains, it's bathroom in there. They was like, yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and close it down. The building's been there for 60 years. And everybody in the community was like, no, you're not gonna close. How about I just read an article, I think last Friday, talking about they canceled the plans on close. Yes, it's too hot. People need education. People want to sit down and read. People do go to the library still. Just more ways that these people are trying to make sure that we know that they don't care about us. They don't care about our kids. They don't care about black women, black men, black families, income for black families or none of that. And voting all matters to those things. So, I mean, you better vote this year, please.
And I want to talk about mutual aid because we keep talking about how we can support the community. And it's through mutual aid. It's through creating, like, if you got stuff in your house that you don't use, you could put on Facebook for free. Do that. There are sites in every city. It's like free pickup sites because there are people struggling to have work clothes. There are people struggling to have baby clothes. And we all know how quick babies grow out of clothes. I have a 4-year-old. She's the size of a 6-year-old. So, like, I know.
Same.
I got 5 of them.
So it's like when you do certain things like that and build community. I swear to God, Doja.
I'm done.
Doja, you scaring away all the hoes. You're scaring them.
Scaring people
I'm
away.
gonna see that in my sleep tonight. Jesus.
Like, we need to be doing community stuff. We need to be sharing information. Like, if you know how to fill out, real estate paperwork, you should be offering that for free. You should be doing workshops. There are plenty of churches that want to have events. You could go to an event and offer that service for people, teach people about FSH and all that stuff. People who do taxes and know how to do finances. You could do fiduciary work and make sure people know how to save their money for their retirement.
Yeah, write it off.
Yeah, you can offer these services for free. And I know we're all hurting and we're all trying to get a bag. But once a week, once a month, free service, that's how you build community, and that's how you build, what we need and support in our community.
And that's how you also network to get
Yeah, that's how you network.
Because, like I said, I'm currently working on my master's in legal studies. One of the things that I want to focus on with that is estate planning and, wills and trust, and getting our community to understand
that part.
Life once they leave.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us are afraid of life insurance policies.
Yeah.
Because they think it's a bad omen. Mm-hmm. A lot of us have, we have an elderly population right now. So when a house going to foreclosure, or so we're losing our property, we're losing our homes that can create generational wealth.
Yep.
I never heard of a reverse mortgage until my grandparents got into one.
Mm-hmm.
And so now I had to educate myself on that because I had to help them navigate through that.
I mean, it became your problem.
Right. Me and my cousins, it's like, now we got to figure out how to get through this, because my uncle and my aunties are also elderly now as well. So they don't understand it either. And so now when I started seeing that in our community, there's a gap, there's a void with
created on purpose.
Probate, and they don't know what that is. What you mean? Once I die, it ain't my problem no more. Why would you want to leave your burdens on other people?
Yeah.
Why would you want to leave your children trying to figure out
funeral plans, all that stuff, when they could have been written down already? I was
10 years old when my dad passed. Mm-hmm. And guess who was his primary beneficiary? I was 20. Mm-hmm. I don't know what my ass from my damn head. I was 20 with 2 kids, mind you.
Well, see, my grandmother made it easy on me because I'm the only grandchild. I'm the only child. So when my mother passed in November, My mother made it easy because she would always talk about, I just want to be cremated. I just want to be cremated. Okay, mom. When she passed, I found her insurance policy because she never told me she had one. It was basically the night that she passed, and I'm up here frantic, like, how I'm going to pay for this, how I'm going to pay for that. I just heard her voice say, go in my room, look to the left. And that's what I did, and her insurance policy was sitting right there. When my grandmother passed, 4 months after my mother,
Bless you.
my grandmother already had everything paid. She paid for everything in 2011.
Yup.
And but she would always talk to me about it. And I was like, Grandma, whatever. I'm okay, you can do all right, whatever. But she made it easier for me because all I had to do was when she passed, was walk into that funeral home, set the date. She had her casket. She had all I had to pay was for the programs and the little thing that looked like a rug. That's all I had to pay for. And I had to pay for a headstone. And that's it. And she left, that was all taken care of. And I kind of be like, that was easy on me, but it's like now I'm left with, certain things and things that, because I was the beneficiary for my mom, but I was only the power of attorney for my grandmother when she was living. I wasn't a beneficiary. My mother was. So now I got to go. Yeah, so now I got to go to the courthouse and probably put things in. But my family, luckily, like her siblings and cousins and stuff, have not tried to do anything yet. But I don't think they want to try me because they know how I am.
Oh, we'll pull up. Try who?
I will absolutely pull
Oh.
up. So yeah,
Catch
they
me with a
haven't.
Florida tag.
My thing is to piggyback off Miss Latoya. Is it to piggyback off what you said? I feel like that is very important, and I need all of us to truly pay attention to our surrounding communities. So what I have seen, I live in a red state, and what I have seen firsthand is during COVID, they took advantage of those that could not afford to make payments on certain things. And now they are clearing out all of those communities that used to be dominated by Black people. They're tearing down those houses and building brand new ones, and they're moving white people in to communities that used to be predominantly Black. Also, I hear the cliche all the time of breaking generational curses. The way that you go about breaking generational curses is educating those that are coming after us. Educate them on life insurance, educate them on health insurance, educate them on power of attorney only means something as long as the person is living. Educate them on the differences in having guardianship on an individual that is still living, but cannot make choices for themselves. There are certain things. So I had to learn this the hard way because I was hospitalized. Nobody could do nothing for me because I was an adult. That I was bedridden. So now I'm left in an apartment when I lived in Indianapolis with 2 toddlers, and nobody could do certain things for me. And so I had to teach myself, and that's why I started working in the state to start to learn so I can educate other people. Also, I need people to stop being afraid of the knowledge out there for you to receive. Most places around tax time, the libraries offer free tax prep. Like, start learning these things. They also will teach you how to do your own taxes. Stop being afraid. There's so many first time home buyer programs that people don't even do their part of trying to understand what it means to be a first time home buyer. People want people to just give them the information. Give them the information, baby. The same way I did it, you can do it. Am I a homeowner right now? I'm trying to work on my damn credit. But at the end of the day, we need to teach our young folks what credit actually is. Credit sometimes is better than having $1,000 in your bank account. Right. So when you know about credit, you do differently. We did, some of us, me, damn it, shit. When I was able to get a cell phone, bitch, I got it. So we didn't know because they didn't teach us. Teach some of your children how to budget, how to, even if they don't write checks, how to just keep track of what it is they're spending, how to properly prepare themselves. me with mine, because them little jokers always want something. I let them see this is my check and these is the bills. This is how this shit goes. So you can
Exactly.
know this is how it is. I want you to know firsthand. The reason why I want you to know firsthand is because I don't want you to. I never want mine to be like me. I want you to be better than me. I
Yep.
want you to choose your job, not have your job choose you. So
Yep.
in order for me to give you better, I have to teach you better, because what wasn't taught to me, I learned so I can give. And I don't just give it to me and mine, I give it to everyone. And when you said give back, I do a charity event. Hey, beautiful. I give a charity. I'm doing a charity right now until August 17th. I'm trying to get school supplies because I work heavily in the community. I don't know half of these parents, but I know these kids. And because I love these kids, I was once one of these kids. My mama chose a man over me when I was 12 and I was sleeping in the park. So because I know how that is, I love these children because I genuinely believe that these children are our future. Do I Am I happy how some of these individuals behave and things to that nature? Look, even when I was young, I didn't make the perfect decisions. I did some hiccups and shit in my life. Shit. So I cannot fault the mistakes of some as the mistakes of all. I can't do that. I can't lump people all up into one category. I also need people to stop saying that these young folks have it so much easier. Let me explain something to you. Just because Google is free, if you don't know how to properly use Google, you will not find the information that you are seeking. You will be overwhelmed. And unfortunately, some of our young folks get easily overwhelmed because we have not properly taught them in school and at home how to handle emotions, how to display emotions, how to maneuver through these different emotions. They don't know. So they first thing, what I see is fight or flight. Period, point blank with some of these kids. So you have to be patient with them. Sometimes you have to meet them where they are in order to get them where they could be. Because I can't say where they need to be, because I have to see the life through their eyes, not through the eyes of what I want them to be.
Yeah.
So I love my people. I genuinely love my people. I do. But sometimes I just wish my people loved themselves as well.
Preach.
These kids be out here surviving, out here in these streets. And when parents want to, first off, we have to talk about the economy because, oh my God, it's the reasons why everybody is acting up. We don't have time for nothing. We got to go to work, make a bag, pay the bills. And it's the same thing over and over again. And we don't even sometimes have enough time for our kids to teach them those things, that part. Another thing is all of that, the reasons why we don't know now generations after having Black Wall Street, because we taught each other those things. We were a family unit before. Is that we're so busy out here, each and every one of us just trying to get it on our own. The lack of community and lack of being able to trust one another, it is a detriment to us as well. Like these things, all of the skills that we had back in the day, I really believe that we still have them. I count money like my grandma still, you know what I'm saying? So, excuse me, they taught us all these things, but realizing that we're ignorant on purpose because of those things, on purpose, they don't want us to know. On purpose, they don't want us to be able to gather like the Black Panthers did and make those programs for ourselves. But at this point in time, especially with how things are going with Black women, I think that's just our only choice. Is that we just look at the puppy. Stop. You know I got ADD. We have to come together as a community. And I think it's up to us as Black women to just care for us, if you understand what I'm saying, to give us what we need. Because honestly, we know how many people don't care for us. They're not helping us. And it seemed like the only people who be with us is us as Black women. And I honestly think I'm gonna start planning some type of community or something like that around where I live for Black women, for Black mothers, because I get on TikTok so much and I see us be crying. We be going through literal hell. Nobody is there with us. We be suffering on our own. And it's when I get on here on a panel like this full of smart, educated women still pursuing education, helping the community, working in the state, and things with social security and disabilities. Like, we have all the skills. We have everything we need. I can guarantee you, me and Queen can sit down right now and break down a checkbook and all the monthly food budget and all that stuff. I really believe it's just our time to just take care of ourselves, y'all.
And that's all we need. That's all we need to be represented in the highest office of the land.
Oh yeah.
Because it's always been us.
Oh,
It's always been us to come save the day.
We are the
always.
blueprint. We are the blueprint. We are
Do
the
we
only.
please?
We are the only that carries the Eve gene. We are a
That part.
dominant energy. We birth nations. We don't just birth babies. We birth
Wait,
nations.
hold
And
on,
we
I froze.
love.
Hold on.
We be loving people that don't even love us, bruh.
Oh, there we
And we
go.
love them genuinely.
Yep.
But see, one thing about a black woman and a black mother's love, I'm going to
Is
hold you accountable.
Yep.
But I'm
always
still
that.
going to be there to pick up the pieces. I'm going
I'm
to
still gonna
love
love
you.
you.
But I ain't going to let you just hold me and handle me any kind of way.
Yeah.
And see, that's what they don't like. They don't like the strength. And see, I feel like that's what some, I can't speak for all because I do know some good ones. I think that that's some of what some of these white women don't like. We have something that some of them do not
Right.
possess. We don't
They
have no
they
problem
can't.
telling you who you talking to.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Who is you talk? Who ass you gonna be?
So,
We have
you
no
can't beat me
problems
at
with
all.
it.
So
And then see, it's something so eloquent about a black woman. We can cut because my grandmother was beautiful at it. I can cuss you out without even saying a cuss word. I will read you for
Yep.
filth. I will tell you like, oh girl in color purple, everything you touch will crumble.
yes.
Because it's something different. Because see, when the ancestors speak through me, they
Uh-huh.
speaking to you. And I promise
They
you,
don't
one
like
thing
that.
you don't want to do is disrupt the peace within a black woman.
I
That is
swear.
something you don't want to do. So
You'll
that's
never
what
find
I
happiness.
feel like that's what scares them.
They
Because
shouldn't do it.
if she get when we gonna speak it into existence, when she get in
When?
office, ain't no
When
telling how much different and how much peace it could be,
better.
how much love it could be,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
how much unification it could be. I think
Yep.
they afraid
Because we
because some
embody all
people,
that.
yeah, but some people, and this is just truth. Some people have grown accustomed and addictive and in love with chaos, and
Yep.
they don't know how to operate outside of it.
Yup, say
Uh,
that.
Oh,
a
I said
word.
that.
A
They
Sometimes
don't
word.
you
know how
gotta
to be at
give people
peace.
what they
It's
used
a
to.
word.
In real life. That's
That.
something that I have to struggle with. A lot of people that I'm like around, and like people in my family that we grew up together and things like that, because it was traumatic. It was messed up, a lot of stuff. But like, I'm just a very optimistic person. And I know that whenever I work hard for whatever it is that I want or I need, I always get it. So I try to stay optimistic about everything and I try not to be negative. So when things are going good for me, I don't go look for the next thing that's going to stop me. That's going
Right.
to, I'm not going to be looking at everything as a negative, or it could hurt me, or it could do anything could happen either way. But I'm not gonna live my life in a way where I'm scared because I don't want bad things to happen when bad things happen regardless. So I just think a lot of people are stuck in that survival mode that they won't even allow themselves to be happy in any situation.
And I
But
think
have you
that's
ever
what.
noticed that when you happy, everything around you seems to be happy? When you at peace,
Yep.
and I don't mean surface level peace, when you at peace, everything around you, see, certain things that used to would disrupt you when you all in the sunken place would just throw you out of whack. But that stuff you like, oh, okay, it is what it is.
Yep.
Yep.
Peace. And see, that's what she has that a lot of people don't understand.
Yep.
Peace. Everything that they done said
Mm-hmm.
about her, she carries it with grace. And I want to get to that level one day. But
I
she
am.
carries it with grace and she delivers it back to you in an educated way. And they ain't accustomed to that. See, she does not walk to the stereotype of how they view black women as angry, loud, and disruptive.
Yep.
So the only thing they can nitpick is she laughed too much. Are you you mad because she happy and you ain't?
Right?
Like, how is that a problem?
It's so nonsensical.
Like her, laugh.
Yes.
Hey, what?
I can't take her serious because she laughed. What in the hell?
But you can take this orange. You can take this orange ball serious.
They said the way she laughed, and I was like, "Well, she laughed like me, so bitch, is it a problem?" Because I'm like, now I'm in my feelings. Because what?
My thing is,
damn, y'all bitch can't laugh now. Shit.
Her laugh make everybody else laugh. Is that okay? I'm sorry. Like, but my thing, look, right hand to the man. Hey, if they debate each other, baby, I'm gonna be tuned in.
Oh my
Well,
God.
he won't do it.
He gonna eat him alive.
I cannot wait. OMG, I can't
Why?
wait.
So he can sit up there and argue about golf? Like, don't nobody want people is out here suffering, and you talking about some damn golf?
No, she gonna be like, I'm talking. Yeah,
but he won't do it. He already said. He already declined. He already declined.
Well, I heard that he was trying to get it moved to Fox News, if I'm not mistaken.
The last I heard was he said no. Because now he's trying to say that it's not she can't take Joe Biden's place or something like that. Like they're trying to bring up a legal statute.
They never announced a Democratic nominee. They never announced a Democratic nominee.
And her name was on the ticket with
and it was
in the primary. So it wasn't like, oh, Biden alone. It was Biden Harris. So like, I don't know what they keep trying to do, but it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
My thing is, baby, to all of y'all that don't like us just because we exist, you know who he is. Don't get scared now.
Don't get scared.
Don't get scared now. Y'all said y'all got it in the bag. Like we just want to live on the plantation and on the government cheese. So tell your boy to debate. Tell your boy
you just want to collect a check, not too serious.
Did he run out of cocaine?
I really do just want to collect the check. I really do.
Yeah. Like,
I don't necessarily want a government one. I really do just want to collect the check.
I swear to God.
People make me feel some type of way when they say you just want to get stamps, and if I could get them, I would.
Well, tell your grandmammy to sell me some because y'all got all of them.
I know.
Last time I checked, food ain't food like it used to food. So if I could get the food stamps, I would get them bitches.
You damn right. You damn right.
If I could get them without putting my baby daddy on child support, because Lord knows he don't need to be. I would. He don't, and I'm not gonna lose my co-parenting relationship for y'all little bit
mine
food
do.
stamps, and then y'all kick me off the shit, and now he pissed off. No, we ain't
if I could get them jokers, I would get them jokers. But
it hurt me.
Make me feel bad. Then y'all talk about y'all call us some of the most hilarious. It'd be hilarious to me.
It'd be disturbing.
It'd be disturbing, but it's like so the video that I posted yesterday with Trevor Noah, that video in itself lets you know that y'all know certain stuff. Y'all just choose to act like you don't.
They be trying to ignore a lot of things. Just like how that girl was coming in talking about, well, it's hard. It's hard. Okay, life is hard, bruh. Sometimes you got to make the choice.
First of all, white women benefited off of affirmative action.
More than anybody else. More than anybody.
But they still was blaming everybody for their problems. And they never point the finger at themselves.
Just like the feminist movement was about white women's rights. It was never for black women. However, black women joined the movement to assist them, and they still spit in our face. So that's why
they spit every single time. And my thing is, I do want to bring this up because I just find this tickling to my little fanny. Amber Rose.
Oh God.
How you feel about how they handling you, girl? How you feeling over there? Because they don't want you neither. So where you gonna go?
You gonna realize that. They just used her.
But she's accustomed to being used. I call those type of people socks.
I mean, she's Now she's a hot girl.
She
She's
got
a hot
paid to be
Yeah.
girl.
punked,
But
and
see,
I
she
this
call
is
wanted to
what
those
they
type
play.
of people
do.
socks because young boys when they younger,
Take them off.
that's what they do in the sock. I call
Yeah.
those type of people socks.
She's
She's a
the original
customer.
hot girl. She's a hot
Yeah.
girl girl. Hot
Hmm.
Child,
And
they
then,
let
but
people
You
use
didn't
that
really
as
think
they
we was gonna listen to a hoe. Let's be.
what aggravated me about them using her to appeal to black people is the fact that they assumed that she had some kind of
Clout.
political,
the
like
hell
we
nah.
look to Amber Rose for
Like
fucking political advice.
who?
Like, are you serious? Like, who the fuck y'all think
Man,
we
I ain't
are?
They
about to
didn't
listen
even
to
ask her
nobody
what
They're
nail
else.
pandering
polish
to
to put on
black
my
men again.
toes.
They're pandering to black men again with that.
Y'all,
and
they
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 so
That's because
entitled.
cheap.
that's the only ones who was impressed.
Yeah.
But then they want to say Kamala slept her way to the top. What you got to say about Amber Rose?
Right.
That's all she been doing.
Hot
What?
too. Hot too.
My thing is Kim Kardashian. Where is your words?
She has none, honey.
No.
She's going down with Diddy, so she needs to shut up.
That's a culture vulture right there.
She
That
needs.
whole
Yeah, I
family.
don't even want to hear her words.
Yeah, they're
I
going
don't want to
down
hear
with Diddy.
shit.
They're
I
And
want
going
to hear
down with Diddy.
anybody with a
now I see that
Kardashian
Cardi
name
B
talk.
done jump ship and is trying to stand up for Kamala Harris after you said all this
Oh,
bullshit about Biden.
I told her. I said, "Girl, we don't need you. Go make an album. Get in the booth, sis. We don't need get in the booth.
I
Get
don't
in the
even
booth."
want
Girl,
that.
like
Rap
Look,
and
Paris
dance.
said, ain't
Rap
a
and
I
dance.
don't even
That's
want
it.
that. She could
like
just be a mama. Just be a mama.
like Paris said, ain't an
We
etch a
okay.
sketch bitch in the world gonna have a
Right?
Keep getting cheated. Keep getting cheated on, but keep getting cheated on by Offset. But go off. But go
girl,
off.
girl. But
But
my thing is, I love how, in spite of all the chaos and confusion, it still seems to bring a lot of us together that don't know each other, because no matter where we tend to be, the foolishness comes,
Yep.
right?
I'm so tired.
You have to learn to,
Lord.
like, I've never seen people want to be where they hate. Like,
they
I've
so
never,
like so evil. It's so sad. But you know what though? I kind of feel like just to piggyback off what you're saying, like this for this to happen. Like I said, I've always and I keep saying it. It's gonna be a shift, and I feel that this is the shift. And this is the shift to bring everybody together because I don't, like I said, a year before this, I said 2024 is about to be a change. And I
Yep.
said, I don't know what that change is going to be. I said, but 2024 is about to change. And then it's like now I'm seeing everyone coming together from the white women to the white men doing these Zoom calls, black men, black women, black gay men, gay trans, the Latinas. They did their thing last
Everybody who
night.
will be affected.
Right. And you're right.
The
Right.
young
But no, but for
white
real.
kids, the young white boys, like the ones who this might be their first or second time
Yeah.
voting.
Gen
They're
Z,
oh,
like,
they're
did y'all see the white
excited.
man? Yeah, did y'all see the white man against MAGA? That the video I posted. Yeah,
Mm-mm.
it's
I'm gonna
it's
go
a
I
it's
look.
gotta
a
watch it.
it's a yeah. He said it's a Zoom tonight for white men against MAGA, white men that are for Kamala, and
Let's do it.
everybody in the comments like, wait a minute, because I had to look at it again, and I'm like, wait a minute, what did he just
Like, is this a joke?
say? That's what I said, but no, it's not a joke. Yeah,
Wow.
that's him.
MAGA, organized through mobilize.us. You can see the event number there. I just Googled mobilize.us white men against MAGA or for Harris.
Let's go. Let's go.
I kind of feel like we
Let's
switched
go.
dimensions a little bit.
Listen,
Right?
I've been screaming Jumanji for months now.
I don't know.
That's
Quit
so
playing.
Jumanji since
Put it
2020.
away.
But Cat Williams, you know what?
he
If
opened
you
his
gonna be
box.
coming into the year like this, sir, I'm just ask for the lottery ticket numbers because
Yeah,
For
because
you
real.
know
that's
I
why
feel like
that's
you
my
open
favorite.
the
Cat is
door
my
for a
favorite
whole.
comedian. That's
And he don't be he be funny, but telling the truth, you be like, haha, no, that's really fucked up.
Uh-huh.
Whoa.
That's really messed up. But you know what
Okay,
I
Literally.
because
feel
Diddy
though?
liked to party.
Yep.
Right. But you know
And
what
he
I
did.
feel?
you gotta tell them no. You
I
gotta.
feel like I feel
You
like the
gotta tell
vibe is
Diddy.
gonna right. I feel like the vibe is gonna change once she gets in, and I don't know me being a nostalgic
Ooh,
person. I feel it's gonna go back to that vibe. Now maybe it might not be '90s prices, but it
yeah.
might be a '90s feel all
Yep.
over again. or
Girl, because I missed the
Or an
90s.
Obama vibe. Like
I
when
Can I
miss
go
the
back to the
everybody,
90s
90s where I was in the
food
child's place?
prices.
what you
Can I
say? Wait.
go back to the 90s when I was in the child's place and stay there? Because my
Yeah,
mama used to
Yeah.
tell me that all the
don't
time.
say
And
no
I ain't understand.
Yeah,
Girl, this
I
adulting
just
is
feel
ghetto.
I just feel, but I also what I want to do once it gets like so either the day. Oh my god, either
Girl,
the
that's how I be
day.
looking at the grocery bill.
right.
Oh my god,
I
yes.
go to Costco. That's my face at the checkout.
And I put this back.
I
It's
want
And
to
then
put
off.
when
this.
you walk out the door, they talking about have a good day.
Bitch,
No,
you know
fuck
that's
I
y'all.
be
it,
like,
They
girl,
just
man.
fuck
robbed
you.
you.
Fuck y'all. I'm gonna have a
Spent
good day and not
$500 in
spend my
here.
gas money to get groceries.
No, that's my face
Gosh.
at the gas station.
Right?
Girl, fuck your good day, okay?
Right.
No,
But you know,
I'm
I
sorry.
think at the my bad. No, the day after. So when Kamala becomes president, Kamala Harris, I want to do either a fundraiser because either I want to get like a bus. So I know because all of us are all over the place. So either try to get if there's a way that people can get like we meet somewhere in the middle and get a bus or get buses and drive and get to DC or however we can do it. Or if people don't want to do that, like do a fundraiser to like, if you want to fly to DC, we'll help you get your plane ticket. Oh my God. We'll help you get your plane ticket and your
I think that's a good
hotel
idea.
or something like that. So like to bring everybody together and try to do something. But I'm just trying to think about that. But I know I'm gonna be AKA by the time she gets sworn in.
Yeah.
I know
I'm
that.
so speaking into existence.
So I can do the stroll.
It's like for me, I don't know. It's like I still have anxiety because about all of this whole situation. Like it's just a lot on the line for so many of us that ain't thinking about certain shit. However, if I may, I am. It is an honor to see a woman be able to stand up against all of this foolishness
Mm-hmm.
and with dignity,
Yeah.
with class.
Grace,
It is
yeah.
an honor to see this because this right here is what so many young girls need. This right here, no matter what color, because she's like a melting pot. No matter what color you might be, this is what we need to see. And it is truly an honor. I am looking forward to who she may pick. I'm kind of scared, but I'm looking forward to who she may pick as her running mate. At the end of the day, if you believe in prayer, please do so over her because I feel like that's what's needed because they're going to try every single solitary thing. And I don't know. I don't trust them. They're dangerous. Like they're very dangerous. They don't think up here. They think back here where the pain is. And I just want her to be protected at the end of the day.
They're gonna try it for sure.
I
Yeah,
feel
like they
like
gonna do it with Obama. They're gonna turn it up a notch. It's the same thing with
Where's
Obama.
your birth certificate?
They're gonna turn it up a notch. Wait a minute, King, hold that thought real fast. So you don't. Oh Lord. So okay. So sororities and fraternities, black sororities, black fraternities. Basically they're organizations. Pretty much that like do for the community. I'm trying to think what else. It's pretty much like you got the Alpha, the
They do
AKA.
fellowships, they provide scholarships.
Yeah, provide scholarships and everything. So they're like
Networking.
uplifting and everything like that. So they've been around, oh God, since
And
the
they help each other
90s.
get jobs.
Yeah, oh baby, when I tell you every
Yeah.
AKA, every
It's
Delta,
and it's very good for
they
networking.
got bomb jobs. I was like, okay, because I mean you get further a little bit, especially you have that on your resume, you get further in your career or whatever you're trying to do. So I should have
That's the
been one.
history. The
Yeah, that's
history
the
is like
history of it. Child, I should have been one. But see, when I was going to school, well, no, in the '90s, it was still that AKAs are light
colorism.
skin, long hair. You
Yeah.
had to be light skin, long hair, and if you wasn't passing the brown paper bag rule, you couldn't get in the AKAs. If you was not lighter than that brown paper bag. So at that
I
time,
throw some water on there. What you
I was
mean?
like, I don't want to be an AKA. I was like, I don't want to be. I was like, I'll be a Delta because they was like Deltas are the
I
brown
always wanted to
skin.
be a Delta.
Yes, yeah, and that's why my heart was with the Deltas because I was like, okay, y'all accept me, but it's like, okay, now when I got out of high school and as years went on, you started seeing all different shades of black people as AKA. Because I was like, wait, how you get in? You ain't light skinned. What are you doing? So I
You
was like,
know
okay, so
why?
they changed it. They changed it.
But that was like well, the reason is different for me. The reasons why I wanted to be a Delta, but I ended up getting pregnant and I withheld out of school at the time for when I was in college. But I wanted to be a Delta because in high school, we had a step team and the Alpha Brothers. They were our big brothers. So we got to go to a lot of places and they always came with us because a lot of our steps included some of their stuff. So they always had to back us up when people wanted to act crazy. But every time we would go to those events and I would see, I just feel like Deltas was just gritty with the strolls and the steps, and I don't like being cute when I was getting down. I had the mean mug, I'm yelling, I'm
Honey,
aggressive as hell.
Deltas was hood,
So I
honey.
never wanted to be an AKA because I'm like, I don't want to be prissy.
I mean, y'all too cute for
That's
me.
why. That was my reason.
Yeah, Delta's, honey, a Delta will fight. Baby, when I tell you, one time at Ohio State, there was a party, and baby, I don't know what happened, but baby, when I tell you, them Deltas got down and dirty. They was that big baby. They don't play. I will tell you that, but it's either one at this point. Either it's a Delta or AKA. But I think I want to lean more toward the AKA because I do kind of like the pink and green now.
One
We
moment.
can't hear you, Latoya.
We have a message. Hold on.
Madam Vice President, are you on TikTok? Well, I've heard that recently I've been on the For You page, so I thought I'd get on here myself. Madam Vice President, are you on TikTok?
She
Well,
has
let
a
me go
TikTok,
follow her.
y'all. She has a TikTok, y'all.
Hold the
She has a
motherfucking.
Tik- She has
Get
a
on your Zoom
TikTok.
call.
Oh,
I'm glad. I'm so happy.
I know if
I
Tab
never
shared it
thought.
out to y'all, so I'll
Now
share it
you
out to
already
y'all.
know. You already know Too Raw, Too Real is on that. He probably running that page.
Probably is.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. No,
Thank you.
because
Thank you. Watch it.
what I wanted to say was the reason why I wanted to be a Delta, and it might be funny, but it's because of the movie School Days.
I'm not even gonna laugh. I'm not gonna laugh. That's valid.
School Days was a
I'm
moment.
gonna laugh.
As a kid when I first saw it, I was really really young because it came out in the '80s, and I was really
Yeah.
I was
We
8
had to
years
be like
old.
8 or 6, 6 or
I was
8.
8. I was 8.
You were 8, so we were 7.
Lord. Oh, we can't hear
Your
you no more,
volume's too
Latoya.
Oh,
loud.
wait, we can't hear you too. Oh,
Oh, y'all can't hear me?
now we can.
Okay, because I just thought Hillman was a real college. So,
Didn't we all? Didn't we all?
I thought the college and School Days was real.
Right?
But it was like they was
Spellman,
taking it off of
Spellman.
Morehouse.
yeah,
Since they
and
couldn't
I
use
was
Morehouse.
like,
Yeah.
and so it was a combination of both. When I got a little bit older, I think it was middle school when I watched School Days, and then there was the episode on A Different World where they had the little step show in front of the
The pit.
in front of the dorms or whatever. And when I saw a step show of AKAs, Deltas, and Zetas, the Deltas identify to me more as the so quote unquote jigaboos. And the and Jaleesa and them in front of the so I was like, yeah, I want to be one of them because I like what they stood for, and so that's why I initially wanted to be them.
Oh, everybody
Because one, of
wanted to
course,
be
like
a
I
chef.
said, I'm a rabbit hole person, so I did do my research on all of them.
Yeah, because you know what's funny? Everybody, because I saw somebody made a video talking about, oh, so those that want to denounce the Divine Nine, don't come back now. Now that Kabul about to be president, like, don't come back.
Because
Watch from the
because
outside.
the anti-black God they believe in, I just can't.
I was just like, you're denouncing the divine nine, but you sit up here and support Christianity. Oh, okay. All
And
right.
see,
Well, that's fine.
you know
And
what's gonna
see,
be beautiful though? I think you spoke on it. When she wins, who's swearing her in and the day that is going to be on? I think
Martin
Yeah.
it's
Luther
going.
King Day,
Martin Luther King
Tanya Jackson.
birthday.
It's
Mm-hmm.
going to be such a beautiful. I
Mhm.
promise, we all got to be out there cute. I
Yep.
want.
I'm gonna tell you now. The hotels are getting booked.
Already.
Remember,
Hotels are
what's
getting
father
booked
said we
up.
shouldn't be close. We shouldn't be close because they might act crazy.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna
where
be at the
would like
house.
I've been to DC before, but we were like kind of like not like in downtown DC, so I don't know where to stay.
I've never been to
Or,
DC.
I've
or
never
we
been.
can get an Airbnb, like a big house. I
That's
don't.
what
I
I would
guess.
Me neither.
suggest.
And if y'all can, like, if we can organize like a watch party with people who aren't able to come, so it's like we're
Yeah.
all seeing it together too. I mean, that would be
Yeah, we can
cool.
do that. Yeah, we
I
can do
ain't
that in
going.
November. Have like a live watch party, and then just kind of, like I said, figure it out from there for the inauguration. So,
Hmm.
and do that. Like I said, I'm gonna be at
It's gonna be a
AKA.
lot of
Oh,
people.
Doja.
No,
I can't
Doja, that's
wait.
how
I
my
can't wait
face
for you,
gonna
lady.
be if I go out there and I'm stuck in the sea of thousands of people. That's gonna be my face. I cannot do it.
Okay. Not all us sweating and
Let me
hollering.
out of here.
Right.
I
I'm
probably
short.
cry. I probably
I'm
cry.
only 5 feet tall, right? So
I'm
if
like
she
a
can't
little
be close,
person.
if I can't be close,
You better bring a
it really
stool.
don't make sense for me to be even in the vicinity because I don't want to look at nobody back of nobody's neck like the
Right.
whole time.
I'm gonna tell you this though. We gon' listen when we gon' party, and I'm getting drunk all weekend. But
I will
hey,
say I will cook one meal, but that's it. One meal.
Oh
One
yeah,
meal. I don't want
Okay,
everybody
I'll
to
come
eat
to the
that.
Miles, the
party.
caterer, was like, we gonna make you work. She's like, I'm already stating I
No,
only cook at once.
unreal.
One meal. Okay,
and no,
now.
we need to get men to cook for us because it's a woman's world.
We gonna have a
Period.
watch party. We gonna have a
Period.
watch
Make
party.
me a
Women's world.
sandwich.
Who gonna go live on election day? Because I feel like we all need to be watching
I'm gonna go
that.
live. I'll go. We could like. I
No, we
figure
can
out how to do it. I'll
rotate.
go live. I can go live that day. It's
Because I
just
feel
I think
like
I'm going to
that's gonna
watch.
be an emotional day for everybody.
Because I have anxiety disorder. I'm not gonna watch because it's gonna give me an
Girl,
anxiety attack. I know it. I know it. I'm just. It's
I'm
like
so
watching
impatient.
football.
I feel you on that because I'll be like, y'all not
I
come on and
can't.
hurry up and count them things already.
my heart
Yeah,
is
that's
racing.
what it's gonna
My heart
be.
is
And I'm
racing
like, I
now.
just,
I know,
See, I'm
right?
a person that I turn in. I tune in like at 11:59.
that's
Yeah.
yeah, that's when I need that's
Right
when I'm gonna
before we
turn
go
the
to
TV
bed.
on because when we
Right.
know the end. Because I
And when
don't
I wake up
need
in the morning, I'll see that a woman is president, like it's
I
Christmas
should
Okay.
morning.
Boy, that bit
yeah. Like I
that
can't
night.
do
we should have a
the
post-election live, like the day after.
mm-mm,
I swear to
mm-mm,
Doja.
God.
You
mm-mm,
don't. If you don't get Netta
mm-mm,
off this screen,
Right?
mm-mm.
Oh, I sent you a video because Netta and Tia Kemp got into it. Did you see it?
Oh,
oh, I seen it.
Bro, you know what, y'all? I be wanting to laugh
See
so
the
hard.
after
It's like
the
I be wanting to laugh and I feel bad.
never
Like
the fuck
I don't
alive.
feel bad at all.
I
Mookie,
just
what up, Mookie?
Fuck the fuck alive.
I hate when she does this.
I hate
Ew.
I be
that
like,
shit
put your
irritates.
tongue back in. She like,
It ain't even cute. It's not even cute. Like,
But she
look
wasn't
at me.
on. She wasn't on. Tia wasn't on camera. She was like, like how y'all is. She was
ah,
in
is
Netta's
that
live.
Tia? Is that
that's what
Tia?
some of them look like.
She was
That's
in
like
Netta's
that's like
live.
MTG with
Girl.
like Tim Teeth.
That was
My
Tia.
God.
That was Tia.
Mm-hmm.
Your big ass Tia. Y'all
Them
hate
big
when
ass
she do
teeth get on
that.
my
She
nerves.
she makes me. I be wanting to punch my screen. Like, will you stop
And that was
doing
the
that?
reason. And that was the reason why I was able to watch it because she wasn't on screen. Because I can't.
Yeah.
I
Because
She
can't.
be
when
like,
she do this,
I
she be
can't.
like,
Yeah,
she
I
be,
can't. I
right.
can't.
She be licking them veneers,
Immediately.
honey.
I
I'm like,
can't.
girl.
"Girl, we know you got capital letter veneers. Shit."
Yeah.
See, that's why, cause the way I
Laugh
be
and
about to
scroll.
drop tears when I even see something. I be like, don't even do it. Please don't
But
open this
baby, the
video.
way she told into Miss Netta,
Well, why? What
That's just
happened?
some
I don't know why
respect.
they.
I
It
don't
goes
know how
back
it
to
popped off.
the
Wait, she
Auntie
said something about
podcast,
Miss Netta?
the Auntie Speech
She no,
podcast. That
she
was,
went
yeah,
off.
Tia
Oh,
was
I
like, she
haven't
be
watched that because
lying.
it just seemed
Yeah.
too chaotic for me.
Tia said she lying. Tia said Netta's a liar. She talking about she getting the check. She's like, I'm about to call disability. I'm like,
And
no.
that's and I think it's because it started with Miss Netta talking about black women are stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, that Doja. That. Yeah.
And see, that's the thing about Gabe. I don't
that.
understand. Like, I'm so tired of Gabe. Like, Gabe gets on my. Thank everybody for the gift. I thank y'all for the gifts. But Gabe, I'm not. I don't care. I can't with Gabe. He cosplaying a black woman. I can't. I just can't. I can't do Gabe. I cannot.
Who is Gabe?
Who the hell is Gabe?
Who is Gabe?
Honey, okay, so basically, Gabe is this gay white man who basically started it with Netta first. I will say that. Talking about how he wants Charles and he gonna take Charles and all this other stuff. So him and Netta was going back
Okay,
and
I
forth for so
remember.
long.
Okay.
It's a
I just don't be remembering white people name like that.
White people name.
Doja, ma'am. Patty, call her service provider.
Girl, my phone just got stank.
Now,
it just
yeah. Not Patty said I want it. I can't.
Not the grease press.
Oh my god.
With the
the
hump.
blue magic in the hot cone.
But I'm
do
just
it.
trying to understand, like, Charles, I mean, like I said, I was all for Netta and Charles. I was like, hey, they living their life, they doing their thing, boom, boom, boom. But then when I started seeing Netta just do certain things, and like I said, Netta went off on, I cannot never pronounce her name, but went off on her for being in Charles's life. I was like, she never said anything to you. So Netta, what is you doing? Like, are you insecure? What's going on? And then when she just like, and then Doja was telling me how Netta was doing all that stuff, talking about black women on Facebook. So I'm like, Netta's not really the victim. I said, you can't be the villain and the victim. So that's just that. I was like, I can't fool with that. And then when I saw them at the BET Awards, well, no, technically I saw them in the hotel lobby before the BET Awards. I
You
was like,
saw
okay.
her?
Yeah, because when I had to walk through the hotel to get to the theater because it was right next to the hotel, and when I walked through and I looked and I saw like maybe 2 or 3 people surrounding them, and I saw this big tall woman. Big tall person. I said with a dress on and everything, hair, and I was like, who is that? I said, is that Netta and Charles? And then I saw Charles' short butt come over and walk on. I said, well, I took the picture from afar. I didn't walk up to him. I said, mm-mm.
Was this the same person that was they was in the club and the DJ talking about why you so ugly? Like,
Oops.
No, somebody called her Holiday Heart at the.
Now why would they do ring rings like that? Don't do ring rings like that. Like,
Yeah, and this is the thing though. When I was in LA for BET weekend, I didn't know they were there until that Sunday. I didn't know they were in town because like Netta made it seem like, oh, we're gonna be at the BET Award.
BET Award.
Doja, I just ate and my sandwich is good. I do not want it to come out.
Okay.
My sandwich was so good.
But no, when I saw I didn't know they were there until that Sunday. And so I didn't see nothing. I didn't hear nothing about they was not at the BET Fan Fest. They was at none of that stuff that entire weekend.
And those implants?
Yes.
Yeah.
And way before Miss Netta started talking stuff about black women, that's all Charles used to do on his lives.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I blocked him and Joe. I blocked them both. I ain't messing with that.
Talking trash about black women and then go get that.
But how you got ass
Yeah.
and a stomach? How you got ass? How you
Yeah.
got ass and a stomach? Like how you got? I don't. How you got a six pack, but you got a what's a jug? I don't understand how that works. It doesn't work that way. And see where
And
they
and,
went to
and
was a
Charles
those
looked like a
places.
Ninja Turtle.
He do. He
Yep.
don't. He look like Donatello.
Donatello.
Yeah. With that big round back and them fake
Back.
abs. He looked just
But
like a
no,
Ninja Turtle.
when he hit that shed, I about died. He was like, "Yeah, don't when you see me." And he hit that shed. I said, "I know that hurt. I know that hurt his hand because I know."
I don't watch their videos.
The
I'm not
people be sending me
interested.
stuff, Doja.
I'm not interested. I am.
I
I'm
want
one
to
of
see your
those
face. I don't
people.
want to see that no more.
What's up, Bree?
I'm one of those
Bree be
people. I
being the
can't.
people. Bree, we just in here. We was very serious at one point. So now we done calm down and we just, have a little bit of fun.
I love you, Bree
Hey,
Star.
boo.
Hey,
Honey,
Bree.
Please.
That's Miss Fairy Puss, honey.
Oh my, why, Queen?
Please
Why are you
don't play
Doja!
with
traumatizing?
her.
Doja.
Please, y'all know I'm a fool. Please,
That's the
Queen.
penguin. That's the penguin from Batman.
Bree,
Y'all
we love
lucky
you
I
too,
don't got
Bree.
no picture
Bree, but it's
in my
not me.
camera
It's not
roll
me, Bree. It's not me,
because
Bree. It's
that
Doja.
definitely
It's
looked
not
like
me.
Groot.
The
It's not me.
confidence.
Honey, I'll give her a C. I'll give her a C for confident.
Ew, why is it oiled?
Why is
Stop.
it greasy?
Ugh.
What
Well,
is tea?
ladies, I'm going to go have me some food because I'm getting a headache. So that means my
Um,
sugar dropping.
well, make sure
All
you
Take
right,
care
follow
of
girl.
everybody
yourself.
because I'm
I had
following
to make me a
you.
And
sandwich.
make sure y'all follow me back. I follow
Yes,
everybody. So make sure
yes.
y'all follow me
Okay,
back.
will do.
All
All right,
right.
Thank
Good night.
you. But yeah, Doja,
Queen.
you're
And
out of
why his
control.
face look like that? That's how you know they stank.
Oh, can you
Smelling
say
that milk.
Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
I'm innocent. I didn't
Oh
do
dear.
nothing. I didn't
Oh
do
dear.
nothing. I didn't do not nothing.
That
Promise.
is terrible. That is
I do
terrible.
not look at these people on purpose because it's not fair how I'm finna laugh.
Right?
It's not fair.
It's not fair at all. It's not fair.
I am an innocent
Oh,
person.
so just stop. Oh wait, hold on.
You're trying to
Who
send me
asked?
to hell.
Oh, save me from nursing. There are Zooms tonight. I have it posted on my page. So there is one for the call. Well, I call it call to action, but it's on there for the white women. But that is full. It is to capacity. Then there's one for the LGBTQIA plus and trans community. There's one for the black gay men and also the white men as well. I have all of that on my page. I know the Latinos was last night.
About to
They raised a
smash.
good they raised a good amount of money. I can't.
That's hilarious.
It's
What?
like what the fuck? That dude look like Tia though. That dude look just like Tia. Her teeth, them big old teeth.
Mm-hmm.
I am just doing the Lord's work.
I'm just trying to understand how did Tia and Rick Ross get together. That's what I'm trying to understand.
What?
Let me stop talking about her for she come in this live and start talking stuff.
When did that happen?
And she'll
Who?
get cussed
That's
out.
his first baby's mom.
We ain't
Okay,
we,
hon, you're welcome.
we ain't netta. Goddamn shit. Cause your ass
Yeah,
back.
that's what I want to know. Like, how did Tia and Rick Ross get together? And somebody spilled her dirt on the Auntie's podcast talking about she was just with Rick Ross in November last year. I was like,
He said it.
oh, he
She said
did.
she said it herself. But I was like, when was they together? I don't even remember her being in a conversation. I remember him with the girl from Wild and Out. Then he
Thank
was with
you.
this one chick that I guess she talked too much and he put her out and she was making videos in the bathroom at the restaurant. So when did Tia even come into the picture? Like does anybody have a photo of them together? Like
What did they see in him
when
though?
was they together? Was they only together for the teeth? Because I feel like he paid for them. So what's happening? When were they together? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Sugar cookie?
Did she freeze?
Probably. Oh shit. Who was that? Lauren Berber, whatever her
The
name is, Bobert.
Bobert. The Bobert.
A
The the
bobblehead.
the nasty girl who like to do stuff in movie theaters.
In front
At
of children.
Beetlejuice movie theaters for kids. That's weird. Like y'all haven't noticed, mega people, that all of the people that y'all rally behind do weird stuff with children.
Yeah.
Weird.
Every single one of them.
Weird
Every single
things.
one of them.
Like,
It's
Wasn't it
like
Matt
sitting
Gates
there
the other
going,
day called his
everybody.
daughter sexy or something?
Yeah, it's like that's why they say, "Oh, everybody's a pedophile." It's because everybody they know is pedophiles.
I mean, Grinder.
I mean, Grinder just broke. It was like I cannot do this.
and gay people are not pedophiles, but if that's what y'all, we need to make the difference now, because y'all was up there trying to hook up, you know what I'm saying, and froze the app and all that, man. It's what
Jesus.
my thing is,
Yeah.
it's weird that y'all rally behind people and call it fake news when it's court legal documents that the man is in Epstein docs. Like, it's
yeah,
like
they just be like, oh yeah, everyone's against Trump because he's supposed to be the one. It's like y'all really just be believing any damn thing, huh?
no. Well, the funny part was when they was talking about the reason why God is he is God reincarnated. That's why the bullet missed or some stuff like that. I'm like, what?
They really believe it
Yeah.
in their
That's why it's Cult
souls.
45. It's Cult 45.
It really is.
Because they all drunk, all of them.
Yeah.
But to each his own. We gonna see him at the polls, I guess. I am so proud. Today I was in Indiana, and this is a red state that loves Trump. But I happened to be driving down the street, and I looked up, and it was a big billboard that say "Dump Trump." I was like, "Oh, you bought this for me."
But it's so funny because
Some people's children what? Freya. You said that they comment on. I'm trying to figure out what I'm saying. Some people's children, shaking my head. What are you talking about, ma'am?
Oh, I know you ain't talking about us.
I
Oh,
got
okay.
it.
She said Trumpers. Hey y'all, I'm gonna catch y'all later. Tell Lady that whenever y'all up again, Queen, just DM me and I'll come join y'all.
We'll do, sugar cookie.
I love all you guys, Johnny.
I'm finna get off of here too, because
Bye,
I feel
girl.
like I've
Oh,
been here.
we popping. Bye.
I gotta finish your. Me too. So love y'all. See y'all later.